And start.
Yep. Start.
Oh, you need some audio there. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Now they can hear you.
Now they can hear me?
Maybe.
Oh, well, the joke.
If you prefer, I can turn you back down.
So the guy says, I tell him, what kind of hole did you want me to put it in? And okay.
Just to troll the people who are waiting. Oh, and we are live. Oh, let's wait for some people to show up. Man.
That was right up to the line.
That was some drama.
That was right up to the line.
Man. So none of you are in my office.
Yeah.
If you were, you'd have noticed some changes.
Yeah.
More of them behind the camera. Steve, what has changed behind the camera?
Well, it's actually clean.
Yeah. So as the channel has evolved and grown, and I've got busier and busier and been producing more content,
Yeah.
I have this really, really bad habit of finishing a project and then literally just like sitting the box over here and then starting on the next thing.
You're not the only one.
Present me screws over future me more times than I can count.
Yeah, I know. I hate future me.
Present me is a dick. I mean, just plain and simple.
Yeah.
So it finally got to the point where I was literally like tripping over my tripod trying to get in here. I had boxes stacked to the side of the workbench here. I had so many boxes I couldn't open my liquor cabinet. And there's a good 8 feet on the other side of this table before you hit the wall.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't walk through it.
Yeah.
It was so full. So I spent the entire day cleaning, and I got every single box out of this room. So there might be a little bit more echo now.
Yeah. There's no.
I can actually hear it.
Less sound absorption.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's many cardboard boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
There's not as much soft material in the room. So I'm going to be drinking beer and water tonight because I'm dying.
Well, that's one way to prevent a hangover too, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Pressing Alt F4 gives it an FPS boost.
That's true.
So,
Alt F4 does a whole bunch of magic.
But anyway, so my plan was, okay, I'm going to stop cleaning at 6 o'clock and then sit down, read the show notes, get everything ready, just kind of tidy up a little bit, and then we can start. I was literally still cleaning at 7:45, trying to get the table cleaned off and everything else. And it was a race to the finish to get the descriptions up for what we're going to be talking about, or the video descriptions up so you guys can follow along with links at home. Get the beers listed, get the Twitch chat going, get my screen set up, get Steve's screen set up.
It was impressive. It was
I finished it at 7:59.
Yeah, it's good.
I had 1 minute to spare. So, man, I'm tired. Yeah. But welcome to the show. Talking Heads, episode 40.
40.
40. 40. We're almost as old as you are.
Almost. Getting there.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Steve.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Glad you are here. I need a drink.
Okay, well, do we want to start with the IPA or do we want to start with the good stuff?
I actually kind of want to start with an IPA tonight.
Yeah, probably a little hot.
Yeah,
thirsty.
I'm a little thirsty. I think this one, I think it's going to be good, but I think it's going to be like a gut bomb to me right now.
Okay, then let's start up. This one's actually rated pretty high.
Yeah.
It's a Bottom Cutter Imperial IPA.
Let's see, did I fix my second camera?
Yeah.
I did. Look at that.
There we go.
I am on the ball tonight. Yeah. So this is a Bale Cutter, Bale Breaker Bottom Cutter.
Bottom Cutter.
From a brewery up in Washington.
Moxee, Washington.
Bale Brewery up in Washington.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be rated pretty highly. It
smells wonderful.
It's an IPA. What was it?
Imperial IPA.
Imperial IPA. Yes, 8.2%. So, oh wow.
Yeah.
Dank, as they say.
Yes, very dank smelling. I like a good dank IPA.
Yeah. If you're like on the fence about IPAs, you probably wouldn't like this one. Yeah. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat here. Went a little heavy on the head there. That's okay. I can live with that.
That is wonderful. If you're in the mood for an IPA, then you're gonna be.
Yeah.
You're going to be in for a treat.
I'm in the mood for an IPA. Someone noticed your Serious Sam shirt.
I spelled Serious wrong, but that's okay. Yeah. Serious Sam, yes.
Serious XM Sam.
Yeah, Serious XM Sam, yeah.
All right. What do we got for news today?
News today. We're going to start with some beer news.
That's you.
That's me.
That's you.
Okay, we got it right. There we go.
And hey, everything works. Everything works.
Okay.
Look at that.
We are going to talk a little bit about the
Bourbon County.
Bourbon County beers. Their They're the Goose Island Bourbon County beers, which is Goose Island's yearly series. They always do some excellent bourbon barrel aged stuff.
Yes.
Usually a couple different flavors. This year they're doing two new ones. One is Neapolitan, which is, what you expect.
Yep.
Chocolate, cherry, vanilla.
Nice.
And then horchata.
Oh, horchata. Barrel aged.
Yeah, barrel aged horchata.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
John and I actually finished last week with the Blue Moon horchata.
Yeah, I saw that. I couldn't believe you actually finished it.
Yeah.
Because I've had it before.
Yeah.
And
honestly, the first 2 beers helped get through that one.
It was
They
good one.
really helped.
I'm not a big Blue Moon fan.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they put out is just weird.
I'll have their classic. If I'm
That's okay.
If I'm at a Chili's or something like that,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, what do you have for Belgian? Oh, we have a Blue Moon. Okay. So
it goes okay with Arby's.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, it's not a.
You use the Blue Moon to wash out the Arby's, and then you use the Arby's to wash out the Blue Moon.
Right,
Kinda
exactly.
like this kind of circular relationship, the symbiotic relationship.
Do you get the cheddar melts with that, or just the
of
straight
course.
roast
It's
beef?
just the double cheddar. Of course, all the way.
Yeah.
But the other flavors they got coming out, let's see, they got a coffee stout aged in bourbon barrels.
Of course they do.
Of course they do. They do that one every year. They have a bourbon barrel that's with 12-year-old Elijah Craig, which that should be pretty good.
I love Elijah Craig. Like
Yes,
that is
I know.
my go-to bourbon.
This is the 12-year-old Elijah Craig, too, so it should be really, really good.
I'm gonna buy a bottle of that.
I
might buy.
That might be the one that goes the fastest.
Yeah,
then.
I know. I'm gonna have to find that one.
Here's the
Beg,
aforementioned.
borrow, steal. If you are watching me right now and you can get me a bottle of the Bourbon County Elijah Craig collab, yeah. Well, let's talk.
Yeah, let's figure that one out. There's the Neapolitan, which of course aged in bourbon barrels and blended with strawberry puree, chocolate, vanilla, and lactose. So if you're lactose intolerant, not
out.
a beer for you. Yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah. Have you had milk stouts before?
I have had some milk stouts.
Now,
I will have some occasionally.
Now, does it bother you like ice cream or anything like that? Does the same thing? Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yep. Early on in the channel, I did a left-hand nitro.
Oh, right.
And,
That's the milk stout. Yeah.
It was really good. And in fact, I demonstrated how to pour that. So I set the glass on top of it. So that was the outro to that video. And whatnot. And that got a lot of good reviews. I wasn't feeling well for a couple days after, though.
Man. That sucks.
Oh, Skull says he will get me covered on the Bourbon County.
Nice.
Skull. Love you.
Hey, Skull, we could trade you one of these. We have extras of these, so
Absolutely.
if you want one of those,
Yep.
we could probably trade. Let's see. So, okay, they did the Bramble Rye Stout, which is a rye whiskey barrel, blended with raspberries and blackberries. That sounds interesting. Vanilla Stout aged in bourbon barrels with vanilla beans. Then there's the Horchata, aged in bourbon barrel and flavored with Ceylon. Ceylon? Is that Ceylon? Right?
See, it's going to be a milk stout again.
Yeah, the vanilla lactose. Yeah.
See, I was actually going to try that one.
Well, that makes sense. Horchata's got milk in it.
Right,
It's
I know.
milky, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And they have a wheat wine, which I guess is like a barley wine. I don't know what's the difference wheat wine and barley wine, but
Yeah, interesting.
aged in bourbon barrels. So yeah, some
Awesome.
interesting beers. Yeah, coming out.
Aiden says he's here as well. You the man.
All right.
Oh, my people. I love you guys. Help keep me fueled.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, a lot of good things coming out. They've always got some good stuff.
Yeah, every year.
I usually try to get 1 or 2 bottles of that a year.
Yeah, John I think had a couple of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many he has, but I know he's a few.
Yeah. Last I was over, I think he had 5 or 6 from the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So
He tends to age them and just take them out on special occasions.
exactly. Yeah. All right.
So
it's been hot here.
yes, it's been very hot here.
Well, it's starting to get hot here, I should say. Monday it was actually 66 degrees and raining, and it was
been
wonderful.
Kind of weird because yesterday it wasn't that bad either.
Yeah.
It got really hot today. It's supposed to be really hot tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be 96.
Yeah.
And we're muggy here.
Yeah.
Oregon is usually not muggy in the summer.
Yeah, not like Florida or the Southwest or
Right.
Southeast muggy.
Right.
But-
In Oregon, it's not a dry heat. We're not the Arizonas where it's
kinda
115.
We're kind of like a blend between.
We're like 20% humidity during the summer, somewhere between 10 and 20. So you don't feel like you just walk outside and you're baking. Right. Your sweat is actually still effective.
Yeah.
So that
but you still feel a little sticky.
You still feel a
little sticky. You got a little sweatness
Right.
in your crotch. You're kind of walking around, kind of like bow-legged, just a little bit, not too much.
But we're not used to high humidity during the summer here. Oregonians, heat and humidity, we don't mix. Now, Oregon's and humidity, absolutely. Where you can't live here and not like the humidity. But one way to beat the heat, how about some blended beer?
That's right. They do. They have frozen pints, I guess, which is basically ice cream-ized beer and cider.
Yep. They're basically doing blended or basically like icy beer.
Yeah.
Where you put it in the icy machine and it develops the ice crystals and you pour that.
Slushy.
Which, depending on the beer, could be really good.
Yeah.
That could be pretty solid. And then they're also doing a hard cider ice cream.
Yeah.
So
the only caveat is I think the limit is 5%. It can't be more than 5%.
Right.
Which is kind of I don't understand that. I mean, it's just cold. I mean,
yeah.
And if they still you can't be ordering it unless you're 21.
Right. I could see with the ice cream it being a problem because that I can see you being able to make it very, very sweet.
Yeah.
And you not realize you're like a Jello shot.
Yeah. Well, they actually do have, and I bought some before. They have hard alcohol ice cream. Mm-hmm. They had like a vodka vanilla.
Yeah, you have some in your freezer right now.
In my freezer. Yeah, I do. And I think they were like 10% actually.
Really?
They're still pretty high. Huh. Yeah. So, but yeah, you don't have too much because it was expensive, and I'm like, it wasn't because I want to get drunk off of ice cream. It's because it was like, super expensive, and I want to kind of make it last.
Yeah. Iced beer. That
sounds okay.
I could go for one right now.
Yeah. Well, that's like one of the methods that they use, like brew dogs. Mm-hmm. One of the methods that they use to get the ABV high on some of their beers is they do a method where they chill the beer so that the alcohol or the liquid freezes, but the alcohol, because alcohol freezes at a much lower temperature, doesn't. And then they kind of pour it out, and then the ice that's left behind, they kind of just let it drain. So you get a higher proof alcohol that way. So it's a way of getting a higher ABV beer without distilling.
No, nice.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to talk about the 324 best, or maybe leave that for?
We could talk about that one if you want. There's a lot of stuff to go.
We're moving along. It's 8:15.
We're going through.
I say that, but the last couple times I've said, "Oh, we're moving through the news just fine." All of a sudden, we cover like 2 more topics over the next hour, and we're slammed for time.
Yeah.
And we don't get to half the stuff. So we'll hit it real quick.
We'll hit it real quick.
I
mean, it's a big list here.
Yeah.
This is. I think this is probably the biggest list I've seen of blind taste tests anyway.
Oh! I didn't notice that was blind.
Yeah, it was a blind tasted. This wasn't like, I know there's been like IPA lists that are ranked and stuff like that, but they were judged. Yeah. This is blind taste test. So.
Yeah, but the ones that I've seen judged are, you've got 30 breweries bringing their best IPAs, and they go, we ranked the best 30 IPAs in the country.
Right. This is a blind.
This is a cool list.
This is a blind. Yeah, this is the coolest because it's blind. And also the cool thing is, and I don't know if we want to look at some of these right here, because this right here is the list. But it's alphabetized. It's not the top. There's keep going. Let's see.
Yeah, these are just the
then it
field.
Goes 80 to 51. There's a few in there I've had before. I see.
Fort George is right at the top.
Yeah, there's a Fort George.
The
three-way IPA. Yep. I think I see if there's Boneyard RPM IPA, which is just about every bar here in Oregon. It's kind of an RPM IPA there. I think, let's see, the next page. I mean, it really doesn't get good until we get to the end. Let's just go skip to the end until we get to the top 25 here.
Let me see if I've had any of these.
I've actually had number 1.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had it number 1. You'd be surprised who number 1 is. Fremont.
I've had the 21.
Shingletown. I've had that before.
I've had that.
I don't think I've had some Cold Fire before, but not the Triangle Tigers.
Breakside Brewery Tall Guy.
I haven't had Tall Guy, but we have a Breakside beer right here right now.
Yep.
I haven't had Tall Guy.
Yeah, number 14.
Yeah.
Great Notion Space Invader.
I've had Space
I've
Invader.
had that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Another Breakside.
Yeah, another Breakside.
Coming out party.
Yeah. Never had any Trillium. Parish.
What else we got?
4 quarters. Green.
Oh, Great Notion.
Great
yeah,
Notion is
I've
number
had that.
one, and I've had that one too.
Interesting.
The ripe IPA. It was really good. They have the double ripe too. Sometimes when you go there, that is even better. I think.
I'll say I remember having that, and I remember it being good, but I don't remember it being memorable.
I think it was I had to look that up on my Untapped.
Yeah.
And there was the ripe and the double ripe, and I liked the double ripe better.
Yeah, like I think I remember giving it like a 3.75 or a 4.
Yeah.
You know, something right in there. I remember it being solid.
Yeah. Right now, if you guys come to Portland for the beer scene, you have to go to Great Notion.
Yeah.
They are a must-go-to brewery in
Yes.
Portland. In all of Oregon, actually, really.
Yeah. Can I admit something? I've never been there.
You've never been there?
No.
Then how did you... Because the Great Notion doesn't distribute their beers too much.
Someone brought it.
Oh, someone brought it?
Yeah,
Okay.
buddy mine got...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get it. Because the picture here, it looks like they have a can, but they don't really can.
Yeah.
They don't distribute anywhere. So they do sell crowlers there.
Yeah.
So they'll fill up a bunch of crowlers for the day, and then they'll sell it. And once they're gone, they're gone. You have to wait till the next day to get some more. So they're usually like gone right away. So it's kind of hard to get a hold of some of their beers.
Yep.
But they are very good. And they're very, very good.
Let's see. What is it with you guys and asking about gaming laptops while we're talking about beer? Like 3 weeks in a row, I click over to chat.
That's because they were drinking beer and gaming, and they spilled the beer on their laptop.
That's true.
And,
I have such reservations about having the laptop here. I may actually get a laptop stand.
Oh, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just something to elevate it.
That's
off
not
the
gonna.
desk
That's
slightly.
not gonna stop spit takes.
Right.
Go.
Right.
You know, that's.
I'm funny, but
You don't have that much worry about your humor.
Yeah.
Anybody doing a spit take?
I'm funny, but it's more a cerebral fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Although the video I filmed today, it's got some good one-liners in it. Let's see. I was treating Corsair like a battered wife for a while.
Oh.
I had the joke phrased a couple of times, and I went, "Wow, that one's a little too harsh. Let me bring that back. Hold on." So,
You don't want to get truly offensive.
yeah. So basically, I would yell at Corsair, and then I'm like, "Corsair, I'm sorry I yelled at you. Come back, come back."
Yeah.
So
You don't be as crude as I am on Discord.
yeah, yeah. If you want to hear how Steve really talks, join my Patreon and
then wait till I really start drinking.
yeah. Let's see, what do we have? There's a conversation I had with a coworker the other day, and our CFO was saying, turned to my coworker and went, "You don't talk much." He goes, "I just don't have much to say." I said, "Yeah, but you should get him drinking." And
That's all over. Yeah. He won't shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. So tech news this week.
Yeah, tech news. What do we got?
Let's see. We had a YouTuber in the news.
Yeah.
For the third time for pretty much the same issue. We'll get to that one. You guys might have heard of him. He founded Linux, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Unix system.
Weird name.
It was
weird
the Unix
name.
system that the
Yeah.
little girl knew in Jurassic Park that he made.
Yeah.
That was the one he made.
Let's see. Threadripper has a release date. Nikon releases a 125 times zoom. That is a 24 millimeter to 3000 millimeter point and shoot equivalent camera.
Yeah.
And the images may shock you.
Yeah.
If I want to go BuzzFeed on you.
Let's do some.
Let's see. Samsung Galaxy teases a Toshiba Folio all over again. China is licensing AMD Ryzen technology to produce their own x86 CPUs for in-country use. Google has a refreshed Chrome design on the way.
Yeah.
And we're a step closer to single atom storage. So, Intel finally... No. But let's start with why you shouldn't use free VPNs.
Yes, exactly.
And I will say, I used this service for probably about 2 or 3 weeks.
I think I used it for less.
Yeah. And it was just... I used it for essentially the same purpose you did. There was a BBC program that I wanted to watch, so I used the European channel and got on and was able to stream a BBC program at like 360p or something like that. So it was basically just a regional bypass for me. However, Hola, excuse me, Hola. Sorry, I was using the way Americanized version of it.
Like jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Quesadilla.
Yeah.
Hola was recently hacked.
Yeah.
And it was more prolific than I'm able to see your traffic or I'm able to see who is using the service.
Yeah.
It was I'm able to see your crypto transactions,
Yes.
get your crypto ID and credentials, and steal all of your cryptocurrency.
Right. Now, luckily, this thing did not last very long.
It was compromised for 5 hours.
Yeah, just for 5 hours.
Right. But this is exactly why you should not use a free VPN service. Number one, the security is not nearly as tight.
No.
They're basically using 64 128-bit encryption, but they're using shared keys. They're using a whole bunch of no-nos in the tech industry.
Yeah.
Whereas services like Nord, TunnelBear, etc., are using 256-bit AES with non-shared keys.
Yeah, all unique keys.
All unique keys. Your key is unique to your account. And not even they can be crypted unless you're calling them, kind of thing. So when you don't pay any money for a service or for a product,
You're kind of beholden to
you
them.
you are the product.
Yes,
you are who
You're
they are
beholden
making.
to them.
And I used the service probably about 2 years ago, and like I said, it was just a bypass for this video, and then I'm like, maybe I can like use this in the coffee shop for like checking my bank information. And right as I was clicking to connect, I went, wait a second, I'm not paying any money for this.
This is weird.
This is weird.
Yeah.
I would rather like VPN back to my house and then come out of my home tunnel rather than use a free VPN service.
Right.
Which is an option.
Yeah.
I have a home VPN to dial in here when I'm at like hotels and things like that.
Yeah.
I also have NordVPN personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you don't pay for a product, you are the product.
Yeah.
Everyone was shocked when Facebook was data mining you.
Like,
Facebook doesn't charge you, yet they make money. How do they make money?
So
they make money off of you.
You are the product. Yes.
Right. Google gives how many services away for free?
Oh yeah, almost all of them.
You know, you can go through the list there. But anyway, so Hola was hacked, and like I said, they were breached for about 5 hours.
Yeah.
And in the article it says the incident is a good reminder of why it's better to pay for a VPN service rather than use a free one. Back in 2015, Hola was accused of performing DDoS attacks on demand surreptitiously for paying clients using the computing power of its users. So basically, they were using you to attack their competitors' VPN services or attack other scrupulous sites.
That's pretty malicious.
That's pretty malicious.
Yeah.
And there's been other botnet accusations thrown at Hola over the years as well.
Yeah.
And
I think if you try adding the plugin now on Google Chrome, it kind of gives you a warning.
I believe it reminds you that
yeah.
that your connection to the service is not secure.
Yeah.
So whereas when you install TunnelBear or Nord, it doesn't
do that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, the attack included my crypto and I'm Token, which is run by a China-based investor. And basically, those two wallets, when you did the transaction, they were able to view both your wallet ID and your secure password for it, access your wallet, and then remove all your cryptocurrency.
Yep.
And there were people who lost a lot of money in this vulnerability.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it was only open for 5 hours, but
it didn't. Well,
it only takes a couple of seconds.
It was obviously targeted, so they were waiting.
Right.
Yeah. And like how it said, they appear to be Russian-based IP addresses.
Mm-hmm. Shocker.
Oh, Russians.
Yep.
See what happens when you drink too much vodka?
You get really good at coding.
Yeah, you do.
That Bomber Peak is a real thing.
The Bomber Peak is higher in Russian.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm Russian.
Yeah.
So I know how this works.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
So for me, it's beer and whiskey. And,
beer and whiskey, yeah.
Yep. But my Bomber Peak is a little lower than yours is.
Is it?
Like I think mine's right about that 0.11%. I think yours is like 0.17.
Yeah. I think it lasts a long time too.
Yeah. Yours is a little wider gap too.
I got the peak kind of
You got a little more leeway.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch me at 0.10 or 0.13.
No.
You're not getting anything out of me.
You're not getting anything done.
Yeah. So yeah, pay for your VPN service.
Yes. Don't go for the free stuff.
Craft, what do you think about an i5 2500? It's
fine.
Quad core 4-thread. I believe it's a 3.2 gigahertz, unless you got the i5 2500S, which was the low volt, which was a 2.9. It's a fine chip. Unless you're buying the highest of high-end GPUs today, like 1080 Ti, 1080, maybe a 980 Ti, somewhere in that range.
Be fine for that, yeah.
If you're going 1060, that's a good pairing for it. RX 580 is a good pairing for it.
If you go the high-end chip, then that's going to be your bottleneck.
Yeah, that's going to be your bottleneck. And I hate the term bottleneck because there's always a bottleneck in your system. There's always something preventing you from going faster. There's never your CPU and your GPU peaked at 100%.
No. But there's
one is always holding the other back.
One is always holding the other thing back. But you can have pinnacle of both things, and still you're gonna have a bottleneck. But I mean, one's gonna be more obvious than the other.
But again, when Intel averages a 6% IPC increase year over year, the 2500 is not a lot different from an 8100 i3. Yeah. The 8100 is faster. It's a 3.7 gigahertz quad core 4-thread, but how do you guys feel about the AM4 A8 9600? I'm actually not familiar with the performance of that one. I will say the FX series and Navi series APUs were not nearly as good as the new APUs. Even a 2200G with a very basic B350 motherboard gets you in the door for about $160. Now, granted, you do have to buy DDR4 versus DDR3, but I know that will kick the pants off the A8 9600 because those are, again, FX based, not APU based. So spend more than $60, go to that $100 price point, get a 2200G, you're going to be way better. Yeah. And again, this is an AM4 A8, so you're going to be buying DDR4 anyway. So spend $40 extra.
That's like a couple lunches out.
Right. The 2200G is a killer CPU. I love that CPU. The $100 price point on that and the performance you get out of that is insane. Let's see, what else do we got here? Someone said something personal VPN. I use free VPN, but not for anything important. Next video, personal VPN. Actually, I am working on, a lot of people liked my FreeNAS series of videos, and I am working on another FreeNAS video where I'm creating a NordVPN gateway in my house. So rather than requiring you to, on your Windows PC or Mac computer or anything like that, or your smartphone, have the NordVPN client installed, you install NordVPN via OpenVPN once on a virtual machine. You then set your default gateway for whatever device you want to pass through your VPN, and you don't have to worry about your client devices authenticating.
Yeah, you could just have it pass through.
Right.
Away,
so my main desktop here is passing through my VPN. My streaming desktop is not.
Yeah.
And it works really easy, and all I have to do is change one value. And if I want to change it back,
I use PIA or PIA.
PIA, private internet access. Yeah. We've got a Linus user over here.
Yeah.
Or a Linus viewer over here. PIA is fantastic. Even TunnelBear, I have my reservations recommending them because I still don't know what business model McAfee has intended for them.
Right. I'm not a big proponent of McAfee.
I don't like McAfee.
Especially their AV is garbage.
Yeah, their business practices in the past have been less than honest, shall we say.
No, they were horrible.
Yeah. I was trying to be nice. You don't have to be, but I was trying to be nice.
I hated their AV.
Yep. I hated their AV. I'm kicking my tripod leg here. Sorry, I have these long dancer's legs.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. All right. Let's see. What else do we
Next.
have here? Next, Threadripper.
Threadripper.
Threadripper. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Boom. Threadripper has a release date. Unofficial.
Ha-cha-cha.
Unofficial. But Threadripper has a release date. And not just a 16-core refresh. This is the 2990X 32-core and the 2950X 24-core, which we did not know about until this leak happened.
Yeah.
I will point out. Launching August 13th.
So to speak.
4 weeks.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yep.
We'll see.
Second
gen 3.
New X399 board refresh expected in that same time frame as well.
Although they do say that your old X399 board should still work.
Like that one.
Yeah, should still work.
Yep. There's concerns about the increased load on the VRM.
Right. It might not.
Right.
You may not get the same performance, but it'll still work.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to be able to overclock. Your XFR won't go as high.
Yeah.
And do have active cooling on your VRM if you plan on running a 32 core. I'm just saying that now.
Yeah.
Because even 3 gigahertz at 32 cores, that's a load.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, what are these, 250 watt TDP, something like that?
Yeah, 250 watt TDP. Yeah, I think it's set down here somewhere.
But 32 core, 64 thread, or 24 core, 48 thread.
Yeah.
Still unannounced pricing.
They do have, I think down here they have a speculated pricing.
Speculation, 1750 is what I've been hearing.
They have down here...
And as low as 1500.
Yeah, as low as 1500.
Yeah.
2000...
1500 is insane.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Well, you figure...
For those high-end desktop,
well, you figure
really
Intel
good.
charges 1800 for their 18 core.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they charge $1799 for the 7980XE.
So if this is true, they're going to be kicking Intel's ass real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. I'm still looking forward to that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking even more forward to true Zen 2. Which is not Zen Plus. This is AMD second generation,
2,
which is Zen Plus. I am so looking forward to Zen 2 and that die shrink.
Well, they're predicting it's going to come out 2019 Zen 2, right? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. March 2019 is when true Zen 2 is expected to launch.
Here's this is the road. Oh, yeah. We don't have it on there.
Oh. Oh, come on.
Go back.
Where are you at? There we go.
There it is. There we go. Here's the AMD CPU roadmap.
Yep.
So of course we already have the Zen 1.
Yep.
The Zen 2000, which is did that come out yet? No, it didn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Or did it come out yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
have one behind you. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah,
there it is. Good.
Yeah, that box is a Ryzen 5 2600.
Okay. I don't really pay attention unless I'm going to upgrade. Now I'm going to upgrade here probably maybe this year or the beginning of next year. So I'm starting to pay attention.
Let's talk when you do that.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. I always do in-depth research then.
Yep.
And then 2019 we got the Zen 2, and then the Zen 2 Plus / Zen 3. We don't know. I think it's probably rumored too for 2020.
But a potential 5 nanometer die shrink,
which, I mean, that's probably a rumor
giggity.
Too. Yeah,
Giggity.
That's pretty small.
Yeah. No, I believe this is what AMD touted as their official roadmap.
Oh, really? Is this their official?
I believe
roadmap?
This is from an official slide.
Okay. I don't see anything here that says it will, but it is. But I don't know what the source of this.
Yeah, no, I believe that information came from official information.
Okay, yeah, they do say the 4000 series, so that could be true.
Yeah, yeah, they have the code names here too.
Yeah. Oh, Pinnacle Ridge.
Yep. Yeah, we're on Pinnacle Ridge, followed by Matisse, followed by Vermeer.
Vermeer. They have such hoity-toity names.
Yep.
Vermeer.
Naples, Rome, Milan for their Epic series.
Oh yeah, Picasso.
Yep.
Renoir.
And Threadripper, Castle Peak is the 3000 series.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for. Although I still really want one of the 32 core Zen Plus. Yeah.
All the things that we want.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you kill a guy?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, well, I'm in like old timey Family Guy jokes here. I don't know where I'm getting this stuff from. Nikon is in the news for a point and shoot. I will say, almost a lifetime ago, I used to work in a camera store.
That would be a lifetime ago.
Right.
Yeah. I had a friend that I don't know.
4 jobs ago, I've been at my current job 12 years.
I had a friend that I don't know why right at the cusp of the edge of the digital cameras.
Yeah.
They decided to buy a photo developing store.
Yeah, no, I was still on the upswing.
Yeah.
We still sold film cameras in store.
Yeah.
And I ran the film developer.
Yeah.
I ran
Oh, yeah.
ran the developer in house. So yeah, that was my job. Selling cameras plus developing film, and
You got to see the old school Instagram.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep, those Russian parties.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anyway, Nikon's still producing point-and-shoot cameras, and I was trying to round this around too. They were always one of my favorite brands of point-and-shoot. I've owned a number of Nikon point-and-shoots before camera phones were truly a thing.
Simon and Garfunkel's favorite too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. But they just released the CoolPix P1000, which I believe that name was already taken in their lineup, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I know they had CoolPix, but I don't know the P1000.
Well, CoolPix is the name of their point-and-shoots, the
Right.
majority of their point-and-shoots. But I know they had the S1000, which was a super zoom. They've had the S1, S2, S3, S4, and the S3 or the S2 and the S4 were super zooms. But again, those are cameras that were released in like 2005.
Right.
And I know they had a P series as well.
Yeah.
And I could have swore I sold a P1000. Maybe it was a P100.
Oh, so you think that this is going way back?
Yeah, way back.
Yeah.
When I was working at the camera store, do you know Canon DSLRs at all?
Yeah, I know a little bit about
Okay.
cameras,
The 10D had just gone out of style and the 20D had just come out.
That's a long time ago.
That's
a long time ago.
In fact, I have my original 10D up on the shelf still.
Okay.
Yeah, that I bought when I worked there.
Yeah, I think my wife has a Canon something. I can't remember
Yeah.
what it's in.
Yep. Anyway, so Nikon has announced released.
They released. They actually released
the
it,
Nikon CoolPix P1000 with a 24mm to 3000 millimeter equivalent optical zoom lens.
Optical zoom.
This is not digital zoom.
Optical.
Yeah. And the images that they're getting out of the Nikkor glass are insane.
It is really, really, really
yeah.
neat.
Scroll down just a little bit to
a
the
little more. When we go down this thing there here.
Look at that.
That's really good.
That is crazy.
I don't think they have any more. Well, there was another one. There was the video feature. If we want
Yeah.
to see this.
Yeah.
right
Go
here.
ahead.
This is the moon
Yeah.
that they filmed.
Yeah. Taken on a tripod.
On a tripod.
With this Nikon
Yeah.
camera at 1080p 60 FPS.
Yeah.
It'll also do 4K 30 if you're interested in that. The thing that we struggled with cameras way back when we were doing when I was selling kind of early generation digital cameras was the wide angle. A lot of cameras would come with a 32 millimeter equivalent wide. The best would come with like a 28, and those were unheard of. Like the Canon had an S10 or something like that. That was a super wide 28 millimeter. And as an old film DSLR shooter and even digital SLR shooter, I'm going 28. I'm not happy until I'm at like 20, maybe 18. Then you can call it wide. But yeah. So
yeah, and I think the best thing about this is it's the price point.
Yes,
it's $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah,
for this thing,
which is a lot for a point and shoot camera. But when you consider
what they do for the DSLRs,
right?
That's cheap.
Yeah. And what is the f-stop? I don't remember seeing.
I didn't see the stats on here for f-stop. They just had like the recording, the operability, enhanced versatility. I don't even know if maybe this is too rudimentary. You can't control the f-stop or not.
Oh no, you can.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the P900. They don't have the P1000 up on Amazon yet. Let me just see. Nikon.
I don't know if this.
I'm just curious for my own. The Verge DP review.
5.0 stop.
I know, it's always fun to watch me Google search on these.
Yeah, equivalent to a 5.0 stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
That's optical image stabilization.
Yeah, that's not the
5-stop stabilization.
Yeah.
So you can go 5 stops under on the shutter speed, which would be you can handhold at 1/10 of a second instead of 1/60th for a 60 millimeter focal length.
Yeah, I don't think anything about f-stop in here.
Yep. So, you guys aren't camera nuts anyway.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see. I'm almost done with this.
Really?
If you're almost done with
I'm
that.
almost done with that too. That was actually a really good IPA.
That was good. That was
I
solid.
like that. That was a good one.
Like I said, if you're on the fence about IPAs, you're not going to like this one.
Yeah. It's pretty dank.
Super dank, super aggressive on the hop flavor right up front. And the sourness on the back stays.
Yeah.
It lingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. If you like IPAs, that was a good IPA.
You can really feel the hop oils coating your tongue.
Yeah. I still feel it.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're like a beginner IPA person, do not get a double.
Yeah.
Maybe even go with the New England style. Which are probably more palatable.
Yes.
Palatable for
beginners. they're not quite as bitter. And they're
more like grapefruit juice.
Yeah, a little
or
juicier.
Orange juice
Yeah.
and like those type of things.
Yeah. Northwest IPAs almost have a dry quality to them. Where you get done and it's not like drinking champagne, but it's a similar mouthfeel when you're swallowing.
Yeah. It really gets into your system.
Yeah, it does.
Sticks in there.
So, let's see. Micro Four Thirds Love from Tech Baron. Yes. I don't have any Micro Four Thirds cameras, actually. I wish I did. I've been looking at a couple just for some secondary cameras because right now my secondary camera is a Logitech C920 and I hate the color reproduction.
Yeah, it looks kind of washed.
Especially now that I've gone to a Sony A6000 with a Canon 24-105 L series lens. So yeah, it's kind of a system shock when you do this little button here.
Yeah.
But I guess Z Camera is coming out with a Zcam E2, which does 4K at 60 FPS, which takes a Micro Four Thirds, and it's about
just slightly bigger.
It's the size of a GoPro with a Micro Four Thirds mount.
Nice.
It's cool. Insane. Yeah. So I may be getting one of those for a secondary camera and maybe kind of a run and gun.
Getting rid of the Logitech.
Yep. Yeah. Finally. I still keep around my home built Logitech that I got from Kurokesu with the aluminum housing and the CS lens. I do this a lot for macro shots because you can manually focus the lens non-electronically.
Get a little more clear picture.
So that camera's still around and it serves me very well for some things. But eventually probably a Zcam E2 for a secondary camera. Maybe even a primary studio camera because I just got a shoulder mount for that and it might be living on that from now on. Okay. You want to crack another beer?
Let's do another beer. Do you want to get more glasses, or do we want to just... Yes. All right. I'll go move these in the background.
Whoop, whoop. And I've got some proper stout glasses up there behind the top center.
Top center?
Yeah. If you move the clown shoes glass.
Oh, I see. There we go.
Yep.
Now, these aren't stouts, though. This is a Vienna lager.
Oh, it's a lager.
It's a Vienna lager.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, that's why...
So maybe just a standard pint glass.
Well,
then.
we can also get... These are more
Yeah.
lagering type glasses, which are okay, too.
Get the Euro pint. I keep forgetting what these glasses are called. But there's our standard pint glasses in America, which are the conical glasses. Yeah. Usually when I see barrel-aged coffee, it's stout.
No, this is Vienna.
A lot of coffee. Have you had this yet?
Oh, I've had it several times.
Okay.
It's delicious. I look forward to it every time. You just wait for the aromatics to get to you.
Oh, I opened the bottle and
get
a little head on there. Yeah. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, this is a tasty, tasty beer.
Yep. So there you go. That is a way to pour a head. Not too dense of a head.
No. It doesn't have a thick head like stouts.
But pretty.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. It is a lager. Really good.
A lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee.
Wow, a lot of coffee. MIDI glass, thank you.
MIDI glass.
Yep. I should know that because I'm a music guy.
Oh yeah, MIDI. Yeah, MIDI.
Yep. Some people call it a Pilsner glass. This is not a Pilsner glass. This is closer to an IPA glass, but an IPA glass is technically thinner in the neck bottom, here, and it's got the dots in it to help
the bubbles.
help those bubbles, give it some nucleation sites.
Yeah. This one kind of does the same thing too. You can see
these
little bubbles coming up.
Oh, that is good. Mm-hmm. Oh. That is a roast. It's not a roasted coffee flavor.
It's a sweet coffee.
It's a real sweet coffee. Mm-hmm. Like a really, really good espresso, but not too strong.
Yeah.
Most of what I taste there is coffee. That is good.
Yeah, it's super good.
Oh. Breakside Brewing, Fourth Wave. Sorry you don't live in Portland. Mm-hmm. Oh my god,
that's a fabulous beer.
Oh, that's good.
As you drink it more, at least this was what I found, it tends to have more. Mm-hmm. It starts to pick up. You start to pick up on the more bourbon barrel, the caramel notes.
This is softcore beer porn. Yeah, we're softcore. I didn't realize that.
Oh, dude, we'll start peeling the labels off. It'll be hardcore.
Right. Oh, I want you in my mouth.
Guess where we found this?
Should you put creamer in it since it's coffee?
Yeah, no, it is.
It could actually use a creamer.
It tastes like it's got a little creamer in it already.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it tastes like it's almost got like a little bit of like Irish cream almost into it because there's bourbon barrel, right? Yeah. So like the base of Irish cream is whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get a little bit almost like toffee notes and Werther's candy almost in there.
Yeah, it's a lager, which is typically a real light mouthfeel.
Right.
This is a real creamy consistency to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm from Salem. Can I come crash your party? You live like 4 miles from me. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe 8.
That's in Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Evan, go ahead and DM me either on Twitter or whatever. We'll do a meetup. I'm happy to meet up at a bar sometime. Or hey, maybe
Last Chance.
Yeah. Probably not there. Probably not there. Don't say that name too much louder. Yeah. They'll get hints, but no, probably not there.
No, not there.
But seriously, Evan, DM me. I'll come meet you somewhere. In fact, I'm going to be in Salem Friday night doing a couple bar hops. So maybe we'll get together then. And Noctima, I saw you join in a little while ago, so. All right, now that we got a good beer.
Oh, yeah, I'll get the next one.
Yeah, so, popular YouTuber, Linus Sebastian. Yes. Not Linus Torvalds.
Yeah.
Two very different people.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play there.
All right.
I muted the audio to avoid the copyright strike.
Of course.
But he's been talking about something for close to the last 6 months, maybe?
Yeah, it's been. He's got like 3 videos already for it.
So they did a teardown of the original iMac Pro, and in the course of that teardown, they broke the display. Mm-hmm. They dropped the display, cracked the display.
Mm-hmm. I think even shorted something out too.
Potentially.
Yeah, they saw a spark go off. Yeah.
That was CGI.
Oh, was that CGI?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was like their explosion in the background. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have kittens jumping out of it too.
Yeah.
But anyway, they bought an iMac Pro for $5,000 to do a review. During the teardown of that iMac Pro, they dropped the screen and broke it. 'Cause Linus. Right. They contacted Apple and said, how much for a new display? And Apple told them to pound sand.
Yeah, basically.
They contacted their local Apple service provider, and their local service provider, authorized Apple service provider, AASP, as they're known, and their AASP said, we cannot buy parts, we can't get access to training material, we don't have any resources for the iMac Pro.
Yeah.
We do not have access to service that machine. They contacted Apple directly, and Apple told them to pound sand.
Yeah.
This comes down into something that we've talked about on the show previously, and that's the right to repair.
Yeah.
That is, if you sell a product, you must sell replacement parts for that product. Period. End of discussion. Can you imagine the auto world without right to repair?
Right. Oh no. You would.
Right.
You would. You
right.
have to go take it back.
Right.
Or they say, nope, just go get a new car.
And I don't want to hear a single goddamn person in chat say, well, Linus broke the screen and Apple doesn't have to fix it. Yes, technically they should. Linus was not asking for a warranty repair.
Yeah.
He was not asking for any preferential treatment.
They wanted to pay for it.
They said, we broke our screen. How much to fix it?
Yeah.
And Apple said,
we're not going to
that.
fix it. Yeah.
That's what they told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're basically saying that the iMac Pro right there is one unit.
Right.
There's no other parts. You can't have other parts.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll get it. Linus broke the screen and Apple shouldn't have to fix it. He wasn't asking Apple to fix it under warranty. He was saying, I broke something I just paid $5,000 for.
Yeah.
And I need you to replace a part or work on it or provide a part or something.
Yeah.
And they told him to pound sand, go buy another one.
Yeah.
And in the world of consumer electronics, that is, I'm going to swear here, that is a fucking shit standpoint to make.
It is.
Honestly. In the world of professionals, in the world of business standpoint, you need to be able to operate.
Yeah.
And I apologize for swearing, but it's bullshit. Let's say you bought a BMW, okay?
Yeah.
You pay $70,000 for a BMW. You pull it out of the parking lot, and some guy T-bones you. Wasn't even your fault.
Or even you just get into a fender bender on the front
right
light.
Yeah. Or you're driving a BMW, you're driving like a BMW driver does, and you ding someone.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can go back to the dealership and say,
hey,
I need a new front panel. They'll be like, sure.
Tell you what, you crack the bumper and you break a headlight.
Yeah.
Let's go simple. Let's go really simple. Something that should be like 3 bolts in and out.
Yeah.
Okay? And BMW says, sorry, we don't sell headlights.
Yeah. That would essentially be what Apple's doing.
Right. That is what Apple's doing.
Yeah.
And Apple has, number one, they have squeezed the repair market out for any third-party providers.
Oh, yeah.
Their policies for their Apple authorized service providers have been crap for years, and I've talked about this on the show long before Linus went public.
Oh yeah, this is one of the things where they can't have stock on hand. They can't have parts for stock on hand. They have to order them as the problem arises.
My organization used to be an Apple authorized service provider because we had a certain number of Macs in our supply. Mm-hmm. They changed the requirement to where you couldn't, where if you didn't service 100 Macs a year, you couldn't get parts. They upped that number to 1,000. If you didn't have 1,000 service tickets per year, you can't buy parts from Apple.
Yeah.
I'm losing my train of thought here because I'm so mad.
Yeah.
It's anti-consumer. It's just flat out anti-consumer. Like I said, if I drove a BMW and I cracked the headlight on a BMW, brand new BMW, pulled it off the lot and I run into a stop sign, for example, and I broke a headlight, and BMW told you to go pound sand on your $70,000 BMW.
Gotta get a new BMW, sorry.
Right,
yeah,
sorry. No, you have to go buy a new one.
Yeah.
That's it. Or anything else. And Louis Rossmann, as much as Louis Rossmann rubs me the wrong way sometimes, he is absolutely right in everything he says about Apple. He might say it harshly, but he is absolutely right in everything he says about Apple. And I've had a personal experience working with Apple, not only as a former service provider that had our right to order parts yanked because we only worked on 5 or 6 of them a year. But personally, I took my iPhone 6s Plus into an Apple store with a Genius Bar appointment, waited 40 minutes after my appointment date, or after my appointment time, to even have someone talk to me after I had said, hey, I'm here to check in, and they go, okay, just wait right here.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And finally someone comes around, and they grab the phone out of my hand, and they go, what's the problem? And I said, the battery's not holding a charge, and it's getting really hot when it's charging. Mm-hmm. And they took the phone, and they hit the power button, and they went. So they're tapping the screen in front of me. Mm-hmm. Do you know what this means, Steve? Because I certainly didn't.
I don't.
Okay. Wasn't even looking at me. Was doing this. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I said, yes. And she goes, password. So I said, words. So I take the phone, enter my password. She jams a cable into the bottom of it, does a couple things, gets into a setting, diagnostic menu, drops it on the counter, and walks away.
Jesus.
It was 40 minutes before I saw someone else, because I found out later she left for the day. Okay? So you're already like two swings, Apple. I'm already ticked off.
Oh, it says Tesla does the same. You can't repair it.
Tesla does the same thing.
Yeah,
Tesla's
I didn't
another
know that.
fantastic
Yeah.
example, and they're skirting a lot of automotive laws.
Yeah.
As an automotive dealer in the United States, if you sell an automobile in the United States of America, you are required by law to provide all OEM parts for sale plus relevant service manuals to anyone who asks.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
End of discussion. It's a black and white law. Yeah. And Tesla doesn't do it. Not only don't they do it, they disable cars that have skirted their repair regulations.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly what Apple's doing, but in the automotive world.
Which is curtails into your BMW example.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly what Apple is doing, but in the automotive world. If I buy a wrecked BMW and I repair it or a wrecked Tesla, I'll what's the guy who Diaz for Drive? No, not him. He did the
Sorry, Elon Musk?
No. No, there's a YouTube channel that he buys wrecked Teslas.
Oh, right. Yes, I don't remember his name.
Diaz for Drive did a Lotus in his
he did the
driveway.
Lotus one, yeah, but no. Yeah, you showed me that video that last time. Oh, yeah.
I'm on a really, really nice boom stand, so that's why you can hear me well. Rich Rebuilds. Thank you, Rich Rebuilds. Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, yeah, he buys wrecked Teslas and rebuilds them. And he's had a couple of times them disable Tesla services and and disable access to their charging network.
Huh.
Where he'll plug
it
it in.
recharge it in at all.
Right. So he'll plug into a Tesla charging station and it'll say, sorry, your Tesla's not authorized.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Right. So yeah, that is crap. Anyway, so I'm there an hour and 20 minutes. I finally flag someone down. They start working on my phone. And I tell them this. I tell them, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I replaced the battery in this phone with a third-party battery. Mm-hmm. Flat out. Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't want any problems. I don't want you to get into the phone and throw your hands up. I'm going to tell you I replaced the battery on this phone. What I will tell you, though, is that before I replaced the battery, my phone was charging to maybe 75% overnight and getting like really flipping hot when it was charging. Yeah. To the point where I was afraid it was going to catch my bed on fire or something like that. So I replaced the battery because you guys were asking $120 to replace the battery on this phone. It's a $7 lithium cell that I buy for $15 on Amazon. You're price gouging for a repair.
Yeah.
Okay? That's exactly what you're doing. So I replaced the battery because I don't have the $120 to give you to keep this phone working. Yeah. And here's where I advocate for right to repair. The right to repair in automobiles means that if I, as a user, or take it to an authorized technician, or even a non-authorized technician, let's say I replace the battery in my car. Let's take like for like here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I replaced the battery in my iPhone. Let's say I replaced the battery in my car. From Apple's standpoint, because Apple didn't put an Apple battery in there, the whole warranty is null and void, and they won't touch the phone. Not only will they not honor the warranty, they won't touch the phone. Mm-hmm. They will refuse service on the phone. Yeah. Okay. Whereas in the automotive world, if I replace the battery, what happens is the dealer that I bought that from can say, we will no longer warranty the battery.
That's just the part.
We can no longer warranty that part.
That's fine.
And if anything else happens because of that battery, we can refuse warranty service on that. So let's say I add a turbocharger to it.
Right.
And they say, oh, the turbocharger voids your engine warranty.
Yeah.
That is a fair point.
That's a fair point.
Right.
But it doesn't invalidate anything else.
It doesn't invalidate anything else. It doesn't invalidate the drive axle.
Yeah, the drive train or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so I swapped the battery out. And yeah, the battery's null and void. That's fine. My phone had the same issue before as it did after. Yeah. And so I said, I want a quote on getting the logic board replaced. Yeah. I want you to replace my logic board, back up my data, and give me a new logic board. And he said, and I quote, I'm sorry, I can't touch this phone because you've opened this phone and we don't know the condition of the battery, and and it can cause an explosion, and I can't take the lives of these 100 people into my hands.
It could take out the whole block.
It could take out the whole block.
We could have another Hiroshima on our hands.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right. So
we could split the atom by opening this phone.
So nothing irritates me more than throwing right to repair out the window, because I know you're not warranting the battery, but the battery didn't cause my phone to stop charging. Yeah. My charging system in the phone itself is faulty, and I want you to replace this particular part, not the battery. I'm not talking about the battery. The battery is a symptom, not the cause. I want you to fix the cause. Mm-hmm. And they said, because you replaced a $7 part, we're not going to touch your phone. Mm-hmm. Period. And in the 6S,
Asinine.
in the 6S because the thumbprint scanner is so tightly integrated and whatnot. If I replace the logic board, I can't unlock the phone anymore.
Yeah.
I can't use the thumbprint scanner, and in some cases, you can't use the phone at all.
Yeah.
It'll just lock the phone. So...
And that's when you went to Android.
Right, exactly. And I said, screw this, I will never buy
Screw you
an
guys,
Apple phone again.
I'm going home.
And that was me and that was before I started my YouTube channel. That was Joe Blow walking into the store and getting treated like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, nothing irritates me more than throwing right to repair out the window, but then waxing hyperbole on, I'll literally burn this effing store to the ground if I touch this phone. Don't go off script if you have a script. And you're going to say, I can't take the lives of these 100 people into my hands. I'm quoting there.
Yeah.
I'm quoting directly what he told me. Now, you know what irritates me even more? 1 month later, Apple came out and said, oh, the charging systems in the iPhone 6S Plus and 6 were faulty, and we're going to replace the batteries for $30.
Yeah.
1 month later.
Fucking assets.
Yeah. 1 month later. So I went in with a complaint that they later found out to be true.
Yeah.
To be a widespread problem, and I got told to go pound sand.
I'm surprised during those repairs that tons of people didn't die in the aftermath of fires.
It's amazing with the bombs that you guys are carrying around in your pocket that we don't hear about this on a daily basis in every city around the world.
Yeah.
Now I've seen lithium batteries explode, don't get me wrong.
Terrorists love Note 7s.
Yeah.
Notes are too dangerous for terrorists.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say for those slamming Apple in the comments, and there are a number of you, Apple in 2011 was phenomenal for customer service. You walk in, they roll out the red carpet, and even if you weren't in warranty, they treated you like you were. All of a sudden, it became about pinching that bottom dollar, and you know why? It's because the head of HP took over the head of Apple Store.
Oh, right.
And so they're running Apple stores now
like an HP.
Like they ran HP.
Yeah.
It's about that bottom dollar and nothing else.
Yeah.
Screw you as a customer. Whereas Apple pre-2010 was nothing but customer support.
Yeah.
Nothing but. You could walk in with a Power Mac G3 and you would get service in the Apple Store. Seriously.
I turned this into a fish tank and the fish died. You replaced them for me?
Absolutely. You had 3 goldfish and 2 beta?
Yeah, let's go put those fish back in there.
Right. Exactly. And what were their names? Yeah, exactly. That was the Apple culture until about 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And it was at that shift. So, all right. So yeah, right to repair. It's an important thing. If you see legislation come up, express your rights.
Yeah.
Express your opinions.
Yeah, no,
because as much as you hate Apple, Apple's not the only player doing this.
I completely agree with the right to screw up my own electronics.
Absolutely. The other thing is, Linus pointed out a really good thing, is that right now you can go onto Samsung's global website and you can order any Samsung part, period, if you have a product number.
Oh, yeah.
You enter the product number, you hit enter, they give you a price, and you hit buy.
Oh, yeah. No, my wife cracked the screen on her old Samsung phone.
OEM direct replacement.
Just bought a new one.
Yep.
It was super easy.
Yep. So, and I didn't void the warranty because me voiding the warranty by opening the product is technically against the law, as is me using third-party parts, which the FCC recently FTC recently clarified. For Apple, by the way. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I didn't void crap except the warranty on the battery, which I took out. That's the only thing I voided there.
Yeah.
I did not void the warranty on the whole phone.
On the rest of the phone. It was just the battery.
Right.
That means they weren't obligated to replace the battery.
Right.
They were anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
And when they say, oh, the battery could have caused other problems, the onus is on them to prove it caused problems.
Yes.
It's not on you to say, well, no, it didn't. I know the electronics of this phone, and here's a processor diagram of why the voltage was being controlled. The onus is on the claimant, not the customer.
Yeah.
To say, your battery destroyed this phone, therefore we're voiding the warranty. Mm-hmm. Again, it's much easier with a turbo kit, and it's much easier if you, overclocked something.
Yes.
But, which, by the way, buy EVGA, because EVGA warranties overclocks.
Yes. They do.
Yep.
So if you fry it.
Shout out to EVGA. By the way, if you didn't see the EVGA swag
back there
behind me, that is a sponsored build for Modders Inc. I'm doing the QuakeCon case modding contest for Modders Inc. It's a staff versus staff. I'm a little undergunned here because this is my first case mod.
Yeah, your big case mod.
Right. Yeah. As I put it in chat with the rest of the Modders Inc. crew this last week, the only time I've taken a Dremel to a case is when I effed something up.
Yeah.
And looks didn't matter.
Yeah. I took a Dremel to a case a couple times and totally botched it.
Right.
It looked like a real hack job.
Yeah.
It looked horrible.
So anyway, big shout out to Fractal Design, EVGA, and we have some other sponsors incoming as well for literally putting everything together for us.
Yeah.
Now it's up to me to hack up this Define R6 and turn it into something cool. So. The theme is anything Bethesda related, so if you haven't noticed the Corvo Otano mask right there, I am doing a Dishonored case mod.
Yep.
So that should be fun.
Kind of steampunky, stabby.
Yep. Steampunky, stabby. I have some reference material I'll show you after the show for what it's going to
So
look like.
you're going to replace the CD-ROM drive with knives that stick out. You can press a button, it stabs your hand.
Shink!
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get that through airline security. I've got to get it to Dallas, man. So. All right. Do you remember the Sidekick?
Oh, everybody. Yeah.
Everybody remembers the Sidekick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the reason why I loved physical keyboards.
Yep.
Up until like the last maybe 2 generations, they stopped making them for phones. I always looked for the smartphone that had a physical keyboard on it because I love those. I love the physical keyboard on my phones.
Yep. So Samsung has outed a Samsung Oxygen concept. Features essentially a dual screen with a slide out primary screen.
Yes. Now this is not a physical keyboard; it's still a virtual keyboard.
Still a virtual screen,
but it is a slide out.
Yes.
So you get a little more screen space.
Yep.
So you don't have your real estate halfway taken up by a keyboard, which is still nice, but you still have the touch. So technically, you can still do your swipe. Swipe's still supported, and you still have the full QWERTY keyboard. And I don't know what this little thing is for. We have this little kind of empty area here, maybe a mouse pad kind of a thing. I don't know.
It's way too small for that.
Yeah, it seems way too small. Maybe a thumb. I don't know. I don't know what the thought is there.
Yeah, but your thumbprint or fingerprint would be on the
fingerprint
back.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It was something completely different. But again, this is just concept.
Yep.
This isn't anything solid yet. These obviously, if you scroll down and look at some of these pictures, they look like renders, not real physical pictures. So this is something that they are trying to make a concept for. Whether or not it's going to become something is kind of still up in the air.
Yeah.
So this is all conceptual still right now. I don't know. Is there a big demand? I mean, when I switched from going off a physical keyboard to the virtual keyboard, I didn't have too much problem.
I adapted to it a lot more quickly than I thought I would.
Yeah, I did too.
I came from a Palm Trio for a number of years. Like 5 years almost. I used that phone, maybe 4. Something like that.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they're Blackberries and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So I came from a Palm Trio, and I fought the touchscreen keyboards for the longest time. I kept going to phones that would potentially keep it. Like I had an HTC 8350, I think it was, or 8150 or something like that. It was the slide-up Windows phone with a full physical keyboard.
Yes, yeah. I remember that one too.
Yeah, there was the Samsung Blackjack, which was a Windows CE-based phone.
This is the Samsung Captive Glide.
Captive Glide was another.
I had the Samsung Galaxy Relay, which had also same slide-up keyboard.
So I resisted it for a while. I would buy those phones, then I'd always go back to the Palm because the interface was just... I loved the Palm OS interface, and the keyboard was small but very usable. So, and then eventually I got an iPhone 3GS, I think. And
you had to replace the battery.
Started that whole trend. Yeah. No, I've had a number of iPhones over the years. Never really went Android. Someone says HP has been not that great for a number of years. That is very true. Yeah. Their most recent is pretty darn solid. I will say, like their late 2017 and 2018 model year, I've been pretty impressed with what I've seen out of HP.
No, your poor dog sounds like sounds like
You okay down there, buddy?
they ate something a little. One too many tamales for your dog.
Yeah, something. So, anyone ever use any of their ProLiant line? I did for a number of years. Use HP ProLiants almost exclusively for our server stacks for a number of years. Recently, we went to essentially it's a white box builder that uses Supermicro and Intel standard builds.
Okay, yeah.
and builds custom machines for us. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Massey. Let's see.
What we got in the chat?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Sidekick anyone? Of course Sidekick anyone.
Sidekick. Everybody likes Sidekick.
Yeah. There's a spot on your camera on the left side of the lens. That's just Steve.
That's just me.
Oh.
No, wait. I think it's a shadow. See,
Yeah.
there's a shadow right there.
Yeah, it could be a shadow.
It's a shadow.
Well, that's the right side of the lens.
Oh, well, left side. I don't know.
Can you tell me where at? Like tip of my nose or something like that?
Point at it for me.
Yeah. Point at it.
Point at it. Oh, okay. Now I see it now.
Yeah.
I see it now. Yeah.
Palm was good. Didn't HP ruin that? Yeah. HP bought.
just-
Well, Palm ruined Palm. I want to
They did
get out in front of that.
They had a desperation move and like, please buy us HP.
Right. So the history of Palm is a long and convoluted one.
Yeah.
Basically, Palm was founded about 1996. You guys get louder with every drink. I know. Sorry. Here, I'll turn us down a half notch. Anyway, Palm was founded about 95, 96, something like that, and grew to prominence very quickly.
Palm Pilots, right? Those were big.
Yeah. I had a Palm 3 and later a handspring visor, which was not Palm, but it was Palm OS.
Yeah.
So the main people who founded Palm broke away and founded Handspring, which used the Palm OS, but used their own devices and kind of kept the original Palm theme alive while Palm was doing like the Palm 7 color and crap like that. And then later, Palm came out with the Trio. And
The Palm Trio was big.
Right, the Palm Trio 600, later the 650, later the 680. I had the 650.
I think I still might have one of my
Yeah.
little Palms sitting around somewhere.
And then they tried to do a couple weird things. They came out with the Palm 700, which used Windows for some weird reason.
The Windows, not ME, but the
It was CE.
micro, the SC. Yeah.
It was between CE and Windows Phone.
Yeah.
It was some weird
Compact
hybrid.
edition. Yeah. Windows Compact edition.
Yeah, it wasn't the Windows CE 2008 or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was some weird offshoot. And then they came out a couple years later with the Palm Pro, which I wanted that phone and I never bought one. And then they came out with whatever that garbage was. That was the social network integrated Palm OS.
Oh yeah, that thing.
And that's what killed Palm.
That did not last long at all.
Yeah, basically they got away from Palm OS and they started trying to get into social networking
Right.
and did some other things with it. I think he needs to go out.
You want me?
Yeah.
Doggies.
Yep. Doggies.
Well, hi doggies.
So yeah, they went from the 680 or the 650, which was a great device, and the 680, which was not quite as good of a device. They had the Palm Centro, which was just this weird homage to the Palms, but it was way smaller and it was buggy because they changed CPU manufacturers. They went from Motorola to someone else, and it was just buggy and glitchy and didn't run Palm OS all that well. And at that time, all the developers had already left.
Yeah, they didn't care anymore.
And so, like I said, with the Palm 700, they had a Palm 700 Palm OS edition. They also had a Windows edition.
Yeah.
And then went to the Palm Pro, which was also a Windows derivative, and then later to the weird hybrid Linux system that wasn't Android, but it was some weird thing. Yeah.
A GTX 680? I
No.
don't think so.
Anyway, so yeah, and that's what killed Palm. So after they did the failed social networking platform, they went, hey, who will buy us? HP.
Come on.
You like making bad business decisions.
Of course.
So HP bought them, later sold them off to someone else.
Are they still? Are they still
They're not.
kicking around?
No, they're not part of LG.
Anymore.
They're not part of Sam's or HP. I believe LG bought them.
You think they're part of the LG line now? I don't
They're
know.
no.
I don't think so.
LG uses Palm OS in some of their smart TVs now.
Okay.
At least at the core. So I know if LG doesn't own Palm, they at least own some of the rights to some of the software.
Probably just bought them for the developers. Or
Right.
Like that, and
yeah.
just took them on.
Bought it for the IP.
Yeah.
Essentially. WebOS. Excuse me. WebOS. That's what
WebOS. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I do remember that. Yes.
Yep. So, yeah, it's like I said, the history of Palm is a history of bad decision making.
Yeah. It was dominant for just a small.
Yeah. They
small
had the
window when they were the only person on the market.
They had the Palm Pilot, they had the Palm Pilot 3, and even the Palm Pilot 5, but at that time, they started licensing out Palm OS, and they got into the Sony Clie was a great Palm alternative. I owned one of those for a number of years. They came out with the Treo, and the Treo was great because they got back to their roots. They went Palm OS with a cell phone, and it just works.
Yeah.
And then they started getting too fancy, and they went, "Oh, we're a hardware developer." You're a Palm OS guy.
Yeah.
You need to be Palm OS.
That was the thing. They couldn't figure out if they were a software or a hardware company.
And they kept doing these wild swings back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Palm 7 was garbage. The Palm 7 Color was garbage. And the original developers went over to Handspring and made the Handspring Visor, which by all means was a phenomenal
I remember the
PDA
Handsprings,
for 2000
Yes,
or 2001 when it came out.
Yeah.
I had a Handspring Visor with the GSM cell phone attachment.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep. That was technically my first smartphone. Was a Handspring Visor with a.
That was the Shiznet back then.
Oh, yeah.
People were like, "Hey, look at this! I got my email in here."
Yep, and it added 8 megabytes of storage
to
it too. It's like, dude,
didn't it have rudimentary handwriting recognition too?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, there was the Palm Graffiti, which was the whole.
Yeah.
I was so fast with that.
Yeah.
I was faster than that than I am with texting today.
Yeah.
And I'm fast. I'll take any teenage girl on as far as a texting competition. Yeah. I was quick at graffiti. So, yeah. What else we got?
Oh, we got more good stuff.
More good stuff.
Oh,
that's right. China getting involved.
China.
All those Chinese. Right. Let them back in. I know. They do this.
They do this? All right.
Yep.
Well, you can talk about China then.
Yep. All right. So for those who don't know, Ryzen is actually licensing, or AMD is actually licensing out Ryzen IP. So the Ryzen platform and engineering information to Chinese manufacturers, to government-owned groups. And basically, these government-owned groups are going to start producing their own Ryzen-based CPUs for their own internal purposes.
That's right. Now, technically, they're supposed to be domestic. Mm-hmm. This is China. You know, we're gonna see some stuff leaking out.
As the guy who cut his teeth on doing Chinese knockoff parts,
you're gonna try to get a hold of one.
I have to get one of these parts.
Try to get one of these things. Yeah,
I have to.
Yeah.
It's. As soon as I read the headline, I went, I need one of those.
That's one of mine. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I've got to get one of those. I've got to benchmark it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't care who I get in trouble.
Well, I mean, the whole big concern is like, oh, the Chinese are going to put some kind of spyware built into it, that type of stuff. You know, we're not housing government secrets. I mean, the most they're going to steal is your porn habits. So, you know, who cares?
That's always the fear. You can create a backdoor for someone to dial in.
Right.
It's way, way, way harder, nigh on impossible for you to create a backdoor that dials out.
Yeah. I know.
And not be noticed.
Right.
Because
all that outgoing traffic is you can check that.
Instant red flag.
Yeah, instant red flag. Yeah.
Everyone was going. I still run my X79 motherboard for my home server, and it runs great.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, I can't believe you plugged that into your home network. Don't you know that the Chinese are spying on you now? It's like, number one, it's an Intel it's a Realtek gigabit card with a known chipset with a known firmware using FreeNAS, which uses only the Linux or the Unix approved driver or FreeBSD approved drivers.
Even if it is going out, it's not going anywhere.
Right. Not only that, but it still passes through my firewall, which I do watch outgoing traffic on just to make sure there's nothing going on. And I also have flags for incriminating IP address, North Korea, China, Russia, just in case someone happens to be communicating with any of those global IPs. I'll get notification of that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. When my server is idle, it's idle. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
You can tell when there's traffic going out.
Right,
Yeah.
the same thing here. So, again, creating a backdoor, that can be done. Creating vulnerabilities in a product, that can be done.
But when you're talking about going outside of your internal infrastructure,
Right.
that's a lot harder.
That's a lot harder.
It's a lot harder.
So, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm saying as soon as you don't control every path on the way out, it's impossible.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what starts flashing up on the market here pretty soon with these Chinese chips when they start spinning up.
Yep. From the sounds of it, it may be based on their Epic line.
Yes.
But I've got a TR4 motherboard.
Hey, if you can go find one of these.
I would love to get a knockoff Chinese Epic CPU.
See if you get it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see that they say that they're actually for sale yet.
Yeah, no, they just got the IP, so China's going to have to spin up their own fabs.
Well, not to say that they...
Or contact manufacturers.
Yeah, there you go.
Smatter, buddy. So, for those who've been watching my channel for a long time...
Here's the puppy.
Here's the puppy. He's not so much of a puppy anymore.
Oh, hi, doggy.
Yeah. So, all the way back in January... This little guy showed up on my porch the day after New Year's. This is Zeke, and he is just a bundle of energy.
Oh, yeah. Zeke, I love you.
He's a rubber band wound tight.
If you drink my beer, you're going back to the pound.
He likes beer.
Oh, yeah, he's going back.
Allegedly. But anyway, he was basically an abandoned dog that wedged himself between my screen door and my front door to get warm. And my wife was hearing some whining outside and opened the door, and there's a puppy there. So we picked him up. He was maybe 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
Maybe. So if you do the math, Christmas time, got a 4-week-old puppy. Screw this puppy. Let's drop him in some neighborhood.
It sounds like they just dumped him somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so this is Zeke. And he's a good boy. He's a very good boy.
Oh, good boy.
Yes.
Oh, good boy.
Yes. Like I said, bundle of energy. He is so much fun and such a good dog. He really likes to please, but he really likes licking faces too.
Did you name him Zeke as in Metal Gear reference?
No, actually. So here's the deal. My wife and I are really good at picking boy names. We suck at picking girl names. And
two girls.
As luck would have it, I had 2 daughters, and we've decided to pretty much just have 2 daughters. And so we didn't get to use any of our boy names. And one of the boy names I wanted to use was Ezekiel. And she goes, well, you just got a male dog, good as time with any. So we call him Zeke. So Ezekiel was one of the names I wanted if I ever had a son. And I was going to call the son Zeke, so now I have Zeke. So, and this is about as big as he'll get. He's about 18 pounds now. And
He's a little dude.
Lots of fun. And then he has our other dog who is a 2-year-old Australian Shepherd boxer mix. And she...
Not a lap dog.
Not a lap dog.
Not
Well,
a lap dog.
she thinks she is.
Yeah.
But she is about 55 pounds.
Yeah. Not
at this point.
Yeah.
And thick. And it's not fat.
Thick. Okay.
Thick. Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah. Such a good boy. Yeah. Random dog appears on screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So he listens to just about everything I tell him except when I tell him to stop licking my face. He just can't stop doing that. So yeah, this is Zeke. Yes, Zeke. Good boy. Good boy.
He's actually, you say Ezekiel, but it's after heat Zeking missile.
Yeah. Exactly. So
You heat Zeking missile.
Yep. So this is Zeke. He was whining, so I figured I'd pick him up and give him some love.
Yeah. He needs some notoriety.
Yep. There you go, buddy.
That's what makes...
Go play. And Chinese Epic are system on chip, not socket, so likely won't go in TR4 ever. Ooh, I didn't catch that, so thank you, Count. So these are likely going to be system on chip. Doesn't mean I'm still not going to try to buy one.
Oh, is it a system on chip?
System on chip.
Oh, okay. That'd be a little bit harder to get.
So non-socketed.
Yeah. Well, still.
Yep.
You could probably get one though.
So yeah, I'm certainly going to try.
Dude, our ratios are way off here.
I've been talking a lot more.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to crack this one open.
Yep.
I'm gonna get thirsty. Once I'm done with this thing.
Yep. All right. So we are getting closer and closer to single atom level storage.
Yeah.
So basically one atom says, yes, you have a bit there, and the other atom says, no, it's a zero.
Yes. Basically, one atom is an on and off switch, so per atom is a bit.
Yep.
Which is insanity when you think of the amount of storage space. Just a gram of material.
On the atomic level?
On the atomic level, that much storage.
Yeah, they've... what do they say? 1 gram is equivalent to about 15 million gigabytes or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this particular article, if you read it, there's a...
And it's not magnetic.
Well, no, actually it is. The atoms are magnetic.
Oh, are they?
They're
okay.
If you read the article, they're magnetized atoms. So the atoms are magnetized. Not the metal itself, but the atoms are magnetized.
Okay.
But they found a particular material, a particular what was it? It was
it's not graphene, the wonder material. It's the new wonder material.
No, it's holmium. Holmium. The only problem is that they have, because they did it. They holmium work pretty well for having the on-off, which is what you want to see for any kind of storage chip thing. You need the bits
for bit flipping.
Yeah, bit flipping.
Yeah.
You just need on and off. That's all you need. The only thing is that they only got it to work in negative 233 degrees. So
Celsius.
Yeah. So it has to be very, very, very cold for it to work.
Yep.
But this is the closest they've gotten. So they've got a step. They've gotten close, and they're working on it. So it could happen in the future. It could happen right now if you want to do it in a very, very, very cold environment.
Yep.
Or if you have the power supply that's enough to generate your hard drive to be that cold.
Well, I know some places around here that it does get to around 0 during the winter.
Not close enough.
So we're still a ways off.
Yeah.
Darn.
But that's with holmium, and of course you can't change the physical properties of holmium. But
right.
So I don't know. I mean, this is an interesting thing. The whole notion of atomic storage goes along with quantum computing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting there. But I don't even know, based on the physics and what we're seeing here, how that's even going to be possible.
Yep.
But it's interesting to think. I mean, I don't know. Can we have the technology to have a little tiny cooler in here thing that get below certain temperatures, or
probably not?
No, I don't know.
Intel tried to with their 28 core demo.
Oh yeah, they tried to.
But
it didn't work.
Well, I'm not getting the new Intel chips for review. That's for sure.
But I read this whole article, and as a potential for future storage, it's very interesting.
Yep.
But when you actually get into the nitty gritty of the whole article, it's like,
there's always gotchas.
There's a whole bunch of gotchas. They say, hey, as we kind of step closer, well, here's the goal. That's the step we've got.
Right,
so
exactly.
So we're still a long ways away.
We cured cancer. It killed the host, but we cured cancer.
We killed it. Yeah. We killed cancer with a hammer.
Yeah.
And we're one step closer.
Interesting.
What was that back with the Chinese?
Yep.
Yeah. So someone's actually reading the articles as we post them.
Yep.
That's
awesome.
That's impressive.
Again, doesn't mean I'm not going to try to get one.
Yeah. No, you should still try to get one.
Yep.
We'll see what happens though.
Yep. Even if I run it in my home server.
Hey, there you go.
Heck yeah. Epic in the home server? I could roll with that. So Chrome is about ready to get a full redesign.
That's right. And it's about time, really, because Chrome has looked the same way
since like version 20, and we're on version 68.
Yeah, it's
70?
looked the same thing for a long, long time. So we're getting a whole new material design update.
Yeah.
And now
67.
67. Okay. Yeah. So we're way up there.
Yep.
So we used to have the old tampered tabs, and everything's looked the same. So now we're getting a whole new material design update. They actually just released it today. If you subscribe to Chrome Canary, which is basically their beta browser.
Yeah.
If you want to be the beta thing, you can go and check it out. Looks like the just from the picture here, they got away from the beveled tabs. They're more rounded edges. Kind of looks like they went with the rounded, URL.
Oh, the screenshots from the Mac.
Yeah. Is that from the Mac one?
Yeah, that's from Mac.
Probably, yeah, that's got to be from Mac.
So the window is going to be rounded.
I think there's a Windows one. There's a Windows one right there, but it's still rounded here. We still got the rounded URL.
No, it's square. The tabs themselves are a little bit more rounded.
No, the tabs are rounded, but the area where the URL is, that's still
the URL.
Rounded.
Okay,
that's rounded.
Yeah, the window itself is square. So.
Right. That's still square.
Yep.
So yeah, a whole new look, and if you want to check it out, you can totally go to the Chrome Canary webpage, download it, and try it out. They don't guarantee any stability or anything like that, but
the new Chrome looks a lot like Firefox Quantum, but in white. You're not far off.
Not too far off. Yeah. They're a little the edges of the tab are a little more rounded, but yeah, he's kind of right.
Yep. Let's see.
MC Hammer cures ear cancer. Oh, okay. Because you can't touch it.
Can't touch this.
Can't touch it. Look, I'm done with my beer already.
I'm almost there.
Okay, you're getting there.
It's good.
Yeah.
I will say the creaminess is making me drink it a little slower.
Yeah.
It's
no, it's a very good beer. Like I said, this is the third time I've had this beer.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I've liked it that much.
Okay.
And as you drink it, as it warms up a little bit, you do start tasting the more caramely notes to it, the more like almost butterscotch.
A lot of butterscotch is what I'm getting.
Butterscotch, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
less coffee, much more butterscotch, but the coffee is still very present.
Very present.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a very good beer, and that's kind of why I really got it, because it was so unique. The whole fact that it's a Vienna lager.
Now this one was funny.
Yeah, I like this. This was interesting. So this is a whole. So people who are Python developers, take note. This is not how you install Python on your system.
Is that how you run Python?
Well, you can run a Python
on
this like this, but you can't run the Python on it.
2.4 or is this 3.0?
This is 1.0 because there's only one Python in the bag.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So someone
that makes sense because he doesn't listen to a damn thing I tell him.
Yeah. So yeah, someone tried to take a Python and smuggle it in a hard drive enclosure.
Yep.
And they got caught. And from the picture, it looks like they were also in a nylon stocking bag.
Yep.
So, really embarrassing for the Python, I'm sure.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm in pantyhose.
Yeah, no doubt.
Flight was headed to Barbados from Miami International Airport.
And the snake did not make it to Barbados.
Yep.
Neither did the person who owned the hard drive.
Yep.
He plugged it in and it's like, listen to it spin up. It's like, it sounds like your hard drive's skipping a little bit.
Yeah.
You might want to get that replaced. Oh, yeah. It's a solid state drive.
You have any more jokes? Let them out now.
I got some kind of snakes on a plane reference. I don't know.
Thank God our planes don't run on Python.
I know. You're right. Well, yeah. We were scraping the bottom of the news barrel with that one.
All right.
Well, what else we got?
I don't know, because I keep screwing up my windows there.
All
there we
right.
go.
Oh, yeah, we got entertainment news now.
Yep.
We go to entertainment.
Game of Thrones spinoff, anyone?
Yeah, who's a Game of Thrones fan? You guys like the game?
Raise your hand.
The Game of
Yeah,
the Thrones.
you.
They like the Game of the Thrones?
Yep.
I like the Game of the Thrones.
Yep. So, pilot for a recently greenlit first spinoff of HBO's epic fantasy series Game of Thrones is start to begin filming in Belfast in October.
That's right.
Currently going off the working title, The Long Night.
Yeah. Now, the whole thing about this, which I kind of find, because I read all the books. I don't know if you read all the books, too.
I haven't read all the
I mean,
books.
of course, the series actually surpassed the books now.
Yeah.
Anybody who follows it, you know, I fully...
Yeah, now it's spoilers for the books.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I fully expect the George R. R. Martin books are going to be different than the series. I think that they are going to be, because he just said, from my readings, he told HBO this is how I want it to end.
Right.
And HBO had to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
And he's still working on, Winds of Winter or something like
Yeah.
that. He's still working on that. I don't get it. But anyway, he did a couple of novellas about the Targaryens, I think it was. He did some of those things. But this is not what this is based on. This is completely new. This is completely this is about, I guess what it says is the story was set 1,000 years before the events of Game of Thrones and will chronicle the world's descent from the golden age of heroes into its darkest hour, including the true origin of the White Walkers, which apparently that's kind of a spoiler to now, because everybody's wondering the origins of the White Walkers.
Yep.
Apparently that's not going to be covered in the final series, which is done filming, by the way. The final series is completely done. And it's going to talk about the Stark family at its height. So talking about more like the origin of the Stark family and stuff like that. The origin of the Stark family and the White Walkers. So
Nice.
that should be good. Nice. Yes. So anybody who's big fans of Game of Thrones should be excited about that.
Mac Store safe snake mode activated. Snake. Crack another beer. I'm working on it. One sec. Hold on.
I'm sure there's not. Why wasn't there any like badgers? Badger. Mushroom, snake.
Mongoose reference, anyone?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone
Ricky
got-
Tikki Tavi.
Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Let's see. Nothing else.
Third Eye River.
Cool. All right.
Well,
Next.
so much for that. Anything else? What do we got?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So, I don't know. Did you see Suicide Squad? Did you watch Suicide Squad?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. I unfortunately I did too. I held it off as long as I could. I was waiting until I was like.
I've given a synopsis of Suicide Squad before on this show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It's like how much you hated it. Yeah, it was quite garbage.
Yeah.
But the worst part of it was the Joker.
Yeah.
Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker was the absolute worst part of that movie.
Yep.
The absolute worst part of that movie.
Harley Quinn, best part of the
No,
movie.
she was the best part.
She
I
was
completely agree.
Well-developed character.
She did a very good job.
Except for the very end when her and Deadeye went back to prison. Why would you go back to prison?
Yeah,
you have a free walking card. You're going to willfully walk back to prison?
Yeah.
We're the bad guys. Yeah. So, can leave jail.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but exactly. I mean, the whole movie was an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
And then there was the whole notion that, okay, there's going to be a new movie, a Joker movie based on the Jared Leto Joker, which was like, no one asked for that.
Right.
What the hell are you doing?
No one asked you to expand that universe.
Right. I mean, everybody. I mean, there's a whole different portrayals of Joker. You know, you got obviously you got Mark Hamill's Joker, which is very good. I wouldn't say it's a portrayal; it's a voiceover. He does a good job voiceovering.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on film, but Heath Ledger's Joker is probably the best.
Probably the peak of Joker.
Yeah, the peak of Joker, and then you got Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And then oh gosh, what was the campy '60s guy? Good gosh. Yeah, Margot Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the legitness. Yeah. God, what was his name? Cesar Romero.
Okay,
Cesar Romero.
there you go.
Cesar Romero in the original Joker did not want to shave his mustache, so they had to put white paint over his mustache.
Which explains the
hair lip. Yeah, the whole hair lip on the original Joker.
Interesting.
Yeah, but this is the news: is Joaquin Phoenix has gotten a green light to make a Joker movie.
I keep yawning. I apologize. It's not you. For those who don't know, we lost power here last night, and it always happens on Wednesday. I don't know why.
No.
But
that's orgy night. That's
right.
Yeah.
I was finishing up with some work around the studio here around 2:00 in the morning, and at 2:28 we lost power. And if you've never lost power when you have a UPS, it's kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm sitting here and this monitor and my workstation are on UPS, and everything else, all the displays were black anyway because they're all in standby. And my lights went out, and I went, "That's weird. Did my LEDs just die?" And my lights above me are LEDs, and I went, "Okay, that could happen and whatnot." And I'm like, "That's weird." And I'm sitting there for like maybe 30 seconds, and all of a sudden I hear beep beep beep. No, oh crap.
Yeah.
And I look over, and my stove is dead. And I went, "Okay, so we lost power." So I turned my computer off. I walk upstairs, and I'm getting the server turned off, and woke my wife up and everything else. And so I didn't get to bed till like 4:00, and then I got woken up at 6. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm working on like 2 hours.
You're
sleep.
tired. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, we didn't get power back until 7:30.
Oh, I know. You said on Discord. You asked me. It's like, hey, do you guys run out of power?
Yep.
I don't think we did.
So
I woke
anyway,
up.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. So Joaquin Phoenix has got the green light. So there's going to be 2 Joker movies. Apparently, this one's going to be completely different from the Jared Leto one. Thank God.
Yeah.
So hopefully there'll be something good, because I think the Joker character, obviously from looking at the Heath Ledger one, can be very compelling.
Yes, absolutely.
But that kind of got bastardized with the Suicide Squad thing.
Yeah.
So let's hope that this one's a little bit better.
Yep.
Although DC has not had the best track record for movies lately.
They got a half a good one in the last 30 years.
Well, the Wonder Woman wasn't bad.
Wonder Woman wasn't bad.
It was pretty good.
And I guess Batman Begins.
Well, okay, yeah.
The Heath Ledger Joker movies.
The Christian Bale Batmans were pretty good. I like those. Yeah, those were very good.
My one problem is Christian Bale kept going, I need to do the Batman voice, and kept going further and further down that path.
Yeah, as the movies progressed, it just got sillier and sillier. Yeah. And the thing is that the Batman costume got goofier and goofier looking.
Yeah.
And by the end,
I'm surprised they didn't bring George Clooney's nipples back.
Yeah. That's the best. If you can find, I don't know if you guys know what Riff Tracks is. Do you know what Riff Tracks? Have you heard of Riff Tracks?
It's not ringing a bell.
Okay, so you know Mystery Science Theater 3000, right?
Yes.
Everybody knows Mystery Science Theater 3000. So the original guys. This is not the Netflix reboot. This is the original guys who did Mystery Science Theater 3000. They have a service out there called Netflix or Riff Tracks, where you can download a soundtrack to a movie that they riff on, which is basically Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Okay.
And then you sync that up with the movie. So you can sit there and listen to it. It's basically their commentary track on a movie.
Nice.
And they have one for Batman and Robin, which is It's probably one of the best ones they've done. It's a really good one.
So, yeah, that was George Clooney and who was that?
Chris O'Donnell, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Chris O'Donnell, that's right.
And, oh gosh, what's her name? She's Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
She was in Kill Bill and... Why am I drawing a blank now? I'm usually pretty good with this.
Who's Kill Bill?
Yeah, the bride. She's the bride.
Yeah,
Kill
the bride.
Bill.
Someone help me out.
Yeah, someone's gonna say it in chat here real quick.
Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
No, Charlize Theron. No.
No.
Wasn't.
Wait. No. Oh, God. Okay. Who's the bride? Dang it.
No, that's come on. This is to Kill Bill.
I was trying to get clever.
Yeah. Not Kill Bride. There. That's good enough. Beatrix Kiddo. Yeah.
Okay.
Was, Uma Thurman. God damn it. How did we forget that? That was bad. Uma Thurman. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Alicia Silverstone was also in there too. That's right. She was Batgirl.
Yeah, Batgirl.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Yep.
Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, all those people.
I feel terrible.
Yeah, that was.
Uma, I apologize. Yeah. And I would love to make it up to you, maybe over a candle at dinner.
Uma.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they went one further and brought in Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Oh, that wasn't the one before though.
Oh, that's right.
That was the one before.
That's
and
right.
they had what's his face?
That was Val Kilmer.
Two-Face.
That was
Val Kilmer was Batman there, and they had Jim Carrey as Riddler, and they had
old dude.
yeah, he was Two-Face.
Yeah.
God damn, we're so horrible at this right now.
Men in Black.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Good God, I can name all the movies he was in.
Son of a... This has been Talking Heads episode 40. Apparently we've had too much to drink.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just do yeah, there we go, Men in Black. Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. Good gosh. Yeah.
Gosh.
Under Siege. Tommy Lee Jones.
I will say I remembered his name before the Google search finished.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I love the Serious Sam shirt. Hey, thank you. I got this at PAX, I think, a couple
Did you?
years back. Yeah, I got it at PAX, yeah.
Maybe we should stop talking movies because neither one of us can remember.
I remember like
actor,
like
actors'
90%,
names.
and then like the last
You got
one
Chris
were, like,
O'Dowd, which I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the CSI Miami dude. That dude.
Yeah, no, I mean the very first Batman in the 90s.
Thank you,
movie-
Bacot, Fridge, Bacot, Noctum, Tommy.
I was gonna say Tommy Hefflinger, but
Yeah.
no, that's the underwear guy.
Tommy Hilfiger?
Tommy Smell My Finger?
Yeah. Yep. What else should we talk about?
I think we got one more beer left.
Oh, that's right.
We do have another beer. Do you want new glasses? New glasses.
New glasses.
New glasses. All right.
Can't pour IPA in a lager.
Right, you're right. This is sacrilege. Go back to the Santiam glasses.
So, did you bring another beer, or am I just drinking mine?
This is. Well, I still have more of the.
So you haven't had this one before, have you?
I actually haven't had this one before.
Okay, so this is the Hub Hopworks Urban Brewery, and they're out of Portland, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep,
Hub-
Portland,
Hub
Oregon.
is in Portland.
I can never remember where. It's like I know they're in Oregon, but I can never remember where.
They're they have actually two locations. I think one is off of Hawthorne, and the other is I can't remember where the other one's at, but I know they have two locations. They've been around for a while, actually. I think.
So this is the Ferocious Citrus IPA.
Yeah.
There we be. And it is a 6.2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this isn't a double. This is a standard IPA.
Yeah, 6.2%,
Yeah.
40 IBU. Pretty easy drinking IPA.
Yeah.
But still a Northwest IPA, although very cloudy.
Not the juicy style at all.
Oops.
Although not too bad.
Yeah. So a very cloudy
very cloudy.
IPA, especially for a Northwest IPA. But very juicy. Kind of a blend of a New England and a Northwest.
Yeah, kind of is.
I will say it's like Northwest hops with a New England style.
Yeah, it's not super dank like a lot of Northwest IPAs are. It's a little more on the hazy side, but it still has a little slight dankiness at the end.
Yep. Much different mouthfeel than a traditional Northwest IPA. Like I said, this mouthfeel is all it's all New England.
Yeah, they do describe grapefruit flavors in the label here.
Yep.
And I taste a little bit of grapefruit.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Yep. Maybe like a hint of guava or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All those kind of tropical notes and stuff.
All right. What else can we talk about, guys? Because I think that does it for news.
Yeah, we got it for news. We got 10 minutes left until we got 2 hours.
10, whatever.
10, whatever we want to go to.
Yep.
We're good. Let's
Yep.
go back to the. Let me go to the thing back here.
Discord, you got anything to say? Any questions? Any thing we should talk about? Yeah, it's like a dank New England IPA.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Dank
Yeah.
New England.
Where they would go, oh my god, that's and the Northwest guys going, that's not nearly enough hop for me.
Dank is in my memes. Yeah, yes. Your memes are super dank. Yeah, I don't know, even before the New England IPAs came out, the East Coast IPAs were really pretty pathetic, to be quite honest. They were very bland.
Yep. Yeah, they were not very flavorful.
No.
They were
No.
more pale ale, less India pale ale.
Yeah, I've had a couple IPAs when I went back east that tasted like pale ales.
Yeah.
Because they were more used to the ales, just sort of like Boston lagers and those type of things.
Yep. Or even like a red ale or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Where they're a smoother drinking.
Right. No, I don't mind a red ale every once
Right.
in a while.
Oh,
Those
I
are
love
good.
a red ale.
Yeah.
Love a good red.
In fact, I was thinking about bringing some like German beers with me. I couldn't find any though.
Yeah.
Every time I want to find a good German beer, I can't.
Yep. I like lamps. I like turtles. So. I love lamp. Yeah. Is an i5 760 good enough for a VPN NAS server? Wow, 200 of
I don't know what's ARS. That's pirate R's. So it's
Argentina.
Oh,
Argentina peso.
Oh, there we go.
So 200 Argentinian pesos.
Thank you.
For Moxee. Moxee, you got anything to say? I'd love to give you a shout out. Moxee Fuentes, thank you for watching. From Argentina.
I don't know what Argentinian cuisine is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
Moxee, what kind of beers do you have down there?
Yeah. Can we get some Argentinian beers?
Argentinian.
Argentinian?
Yeah, I believe.
Argentinian? Argentinian?
Yep. Anyway, Regan in my Discord asks, is an i5 760 good enough for a VPN and NAS server? I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
i5, back then it was a dual core 4-thread.
Yes.
For the i5. But that is certainly enough for a VPN and a NAS. Maybe not a free NAS server. Maybe look more towards Ubuntu or FreeBSD or
FreeBSD? No, not FreeBSD.
Sorry, Debian.
Debian.
The
Okay,
word I was
Debian,
looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe look for that. Because free NAS can be a little bit resource heavy, especially if you start getting into the plugin realm, especially if you start going the Plex realm and things like that. But as far as a simple NAS, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
i5 760 is plenty. Come up with a crazy project for under 200 Argentinian pesos, like a water-cooled pie. Says Count in the Discord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Evan, DM me on Twitter, and we'll hook up. Evan in Salem.
Salem Evan.
Yep. Argentine.
You might want to ask him how old he is first before you contribute to the delinquency.
And also Count says cough Unraid. Yeah, Unraid would be a good match for that as well.
I don't understand dank in describing beer. Please, it's like really super bitter with a hint of okay, if you ever bite into the rind of an orange. Or,
we say dank for it's almost a skunky hop flavor.
Yeah.
But skunky is not the right word for it because skunky defines like a farmhouse ale.
Yeah.
It's a very grassy or overly citrusy note, more towards the grapefruit side, less towards the orange side.
With a good dose of bitterness.
Right. So think of a super bitter or really super bitter, not necessarily super sour.
Yeah.
Citrusy taste or a grassy taste. And that's what we mean by dank.
Dank, yeah.
And usually if you have a dank IPA, you can smell it.
Yeah.
It's this earthy, grassy notes.
I mean, I know this is completely legal here in Oregon and in Colorado, but if you ever take a bud of weed or marijuana,
there's some parallels between a dank IPA.
Hey, marijuana and hops, they're cousins in the biological sense.
Yep.
So it's skunky like an old. Hey, you know what? I gotta tell you something about Heineken's. I have a buddy who he was refurbishing a bar that had closed down back in 2000, and he was refurbishing this bar, and there was an old keg of Heineken still in there from 2000, from the year 2000.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that.
And he's like, I'm taking this home.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting there, and he refurbished it maybe 2 years ago. So this is 2 years ago. So it's been sitting there for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Of Heineken. So he took this stuff out, put it in his own Carney keg, recarbonated it, and it tasted great.
Yeah.
It tasted amazing. It did not taste dank at all. It tasted like a...
So before it disappears real quick, Benjamin says you could run a NAS with a Raspberry Pi. Yes and no.
Yeah.
Here's the problems with running NAS on a Raspberry Pi. You're limited to 10100 networking, and actually you're limited to about a 36 megabit throughput, and even on the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, you're limited to about 76 megabit. So you're limited to a very low throughput NAS. It doesn't have SATA. It relies on USB 2.0 for an interface, and you can really old the interface a couple drives, once you get beyond sharing like one hard drive, it's time to move on to something else.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
So yeah, technically I can share files on a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, so can I. It doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Yeah.
You could drive a car with your feet if you want to.
Yes, but it's not good to do.
Chris Rock.
Yes.
Great 90s comedy.
Yeah, Benjamin. Dank IPA and Dank Nugs do share some similarities.
That's
I would say that is true. Now, Dank Nugs are going to be more dank than
a Dank IPA, but
they do share.
There's a
some
parallel.
There's a parallel.
There's
to
a parallel
to the smell and the taste. If you've ever
Yep.
actually taken a bite into a
botanical sense.
yes, a botanical sense. Yes.
Yep. And Fade Dame V says totally not the same. Actually, yeah, totally the same.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
They're in the same
They're
family.
in the same. They're not as intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you take a nice bud of weed, that's going to be 10 times more dank than any kind of IPA, but it's the same kind of aroma,
Yep.
same kind of flavor.
Yep.
I would think.
Wouldn't use a Raspberry Pi for much else other than running a small web server.
Or an emulator.
Running an emulator box is a great use for a Pi. Or running Pi-hole for DNS, for ad blocking. It works fantastically for that.
Yeah.
If you don't want to run a full home server, but you want ad blocking, Pi-hole works great for that.
There's lots of places out there that have Raspberry Pi projects out there. I saw one that did
smart mirrors are another thing that a lot of people do.
I'm looking at using it for a picture frame because I want to make a picture frame.
Yes.
Just take an old monitor and hook it up and make a good picture frame.
I'm going to do an LCARS display up here,
right there?
using the old DOS LCARS 24
Oh, nice.
system. So, yep, that's my plan for my wall over here, over by my workbench.
No, I've seen some people use Raspberry Pi as the brains for a home brewing system too.
Yep. Or a Barduino. Setup.
Yeah, Barduino setups. Yep.
Running essentially the web server for a Barduino setup. Mm-hmm. Doing the systolic pumps and all that jazz.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw too much heavy processing power on it, but
no.
But it does.
It has its limitations, but it's certainly the most powerful thing you can get for $35.
Yeah, of course.
And it's certainly capable enough to do basic tasks.
Yeah.
Like I said, I own close to a dozen Raspberry Pis, and I use them for various different things. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Okay, what else do we got?
I like to pair Dank Nugs with Dank IPAs, to be honest. Who doesn't?
I can totally see that.
No, I think there was talk about an actual THC beer that they're trying to put out in some places.
Yeah. Yeah, Coors was talking about doing it. Mm-hmm. There was another brewery in Colorado. There's one in San Diego that's talking about doing it. I'm not remembering names because it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a number of breweries that are saying, we're looking into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, hops and weed, they kind of have the same properties.
Yep. So, Block 15 in Corvallis.
Yeah,
they don't do a THC infused beer, but they do
hemp.
They do hemp infused
there's
beers.
plenty of, actually before it was even legal. There's plenty of hemp beers out there. Yes.
Yeah. Block 15 that's kind of what they're known for.
These are hemp beers. Yes.
And they're good and they're dank.
Yes. Yes.
You crack it open, it's like, man, who's smoking it? Oh, it's the beer.
It's the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a good place to find these Pi projects? Honestly, raspberrypi.org has a number of projects posted. Also, Raspberry Pi, the subreddit, has a number of good projects.
Lots of good ones up there.
Yep. So yeah, it all depends on what you're interested in doing.
And also to your level of expertise too, because if you don't know much about coding or computers or anything, RetroPi is probably a good level to start with because it's pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm. Other than that, like a Barduino or you're looking at some specialized software and stuff like that, you better hope that they release that because coding that yourself, it's going to be kind of hard.
Yep.
But not that it's out of the realm of possibilities.
Ben Heck is the man. Heck yeah, Ben Heck is the man. You know Ben Heck?
Ben Heck.
The Ben Heck Show on YouTube?
No.
Oh. He does a lot of hackerspace projects.
Oh, does he?
But with Raspberry Pis and Arduinos and things like that.
Oh, that's cool.
There's Vlad.
Vlad's back.
I was wondering when Vlad would show up.
Oh, is this?
I got to pre-read it. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Vlad, you know the rules by now. I've got to pre-read your comments before I read them. All right, if you're doing an in-call or hosting, both in quotes, make sure to go to a cheap motel outside of your city. Don't let the hookers upsell. Stick to your price.
That's right.
Solid advice.
Well, you gotta also be careful because they might have pimps. You know.
Yep.
You don't want to get smacked up the side of the head by a pimp.
Yep. This Street Smart tip brought to you by Vlad.
Yeah.
That's what we should do, Vlad.
Yeah.
Street Smart tips.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Vlad. It's like, there he is.
Our dad.
Everyone wishes they had a dad like Vlad.
Of course. The dad that takes you to Bunny Ranch at 13.
That's right. See, son, don't go with the first one you see because they're gonna overcharge you. You stick to your guns.
Yeah, stick with this. Go with the one that looks downtrodden in the corner. That's your money for value.
She looks downtrodden, but she knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing. She's gonna want to please you.
Yep. Is $200 a good price for a refurbished 1066 gig? I would say it's in the realm of the good price.
Yeah.
Probably a bit high, especially since the new ones have dropped to almost 240 to 260. So in my local, and it depends on your local market.
Yeah.
You really need to shop around. In my local market, 170 is I would say a good price to jump on it.
Yeah.
And in fact, I saw a 1050 Ti for $115 the other day.
Oh, that's really good.
So yeah. The used market has certainly come way down from where it was. But $200, it's like I said, it's in the realm. It really depends on what your local market is. So shop around. If you're seeing everyone else sell it for $230, yeah, $200 is a good price. If you're seeing everyone else sell for $200, offer $160.
Yeah. See if they go.
From the Tech Yes City School of Pulling a Hustle. I've done some hustles on Craigslist. I am no stranger to Craigslist.
Keep a taser with you.
Yep.
Some bear mace,
Yep.
just in case.
Let's see. What else was? Yeah, Vlad says, "Be safe, bros."
Of course, always.
Thank you, Vlad.
Yes.
Vlad cares.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
We do
Keeping it real because he cares.
You gotta have PSAs by Vlad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
I really should build Vlad his own animation so I can just hit a hotkey and
you gotta
the
have
more
the
you
old,
know.
like the old G.I. Joe one with the old.
I was thinking the NBC. The more you know.
I was gonna think knowing
knowing
is half the battle.
Yeah.
G.I. Vlad.
I could totally reanimate one of those.
Yeah.
That would actually be way easier than what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking the NBC shooting star, the more you know.
Dun, dun. Yeah, the more you know.
Right. No, the G.I. Joe one I could totally animate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might look to doing that one.
Is $13.50 a good price for a burger, fries, and a drink? No. That's way too much.
Depends on the burger, I'll say.
Well,
because I will pay good money for a good burger.
If it's a good burger, but I've paid that much, like at Red Robin.
You know, like you go into one of those Hawaiian burger joints.
Right. Some of those are good. That is a tasty burger. Yeah.
There was an inflection there. It took you more than a second to catch on. Good Lord. But I will pay good money for a good burger.
I will pay good money for a good burger.
See, my girlfriend's a vegetarian. That pretty much... No. Keep going.
I don't know. Okay, so where's the best burger you've had? What's the best one you've had?
The best burger locally, I would say Wow Burger.
Okay, I've had Wow Burger and I liked them. I say.
Well, which Wow Burgers have you had?
Okay, the one I've only been to the one.
Well, there's one in Wilsonville. There's one in Portland. There's a couple others around.
That's the only one I've been to.
What did you have on their menu?
I had their. It was one that had maple and bacon on it.
There's that one. I've had that one. It's okay. They have a ranch hand with a fried egg and bacon and barbecue sauce.
I typically like the fried egg and bacon.
Yeah, and that is delicious.
Those are very good.
Hey, that's enough. I hear you. You don't need to go back outside.
Royale with cheese. Oh yeah.
Royale with cheese. Because of the metric system.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried their Big Kahuna Burger? It's actually called the Big Kahuna Burger.
I have not had their Big Kahuna Burger.
Okay, it's actually called the Big Kahuna Burger.
I've not had the Big Kahuna Burger.
It is a Hawaiian-style burger with teriyaki sauce, a pineapple ring, and fried Spam.
That sounds disgusting.
It's delicious.
Well, I would try it.
It is delicious.
I'm not like John.
Yeah.
I will eat whatever.
Tell you
Obviously,
what. Tell you what. We got to go out to Wow Burger.
Okay, we can do that.
You free Saturday?
Yeah.
Let's hit Wow Burger Saturday.
We'll see. I might have my. Okay, just so you know, I got it for Father's Day. I got a Traeger.
Okay.
And so I've been cooking like all kinds of meats with this thing because meats taste delicious on the Traeger.
Yes.
So I might have my parents over on Saturday because I'm going to cook them some ribs. But yes, if I'm free on Saturday, I will definitely go with you to Wow Burger and we'll try.
Because my wife left today for a family vacation with her parents and took both the kids. So I'm batching it until Sunday. And so I am all for. Heck yeah, I want a good burger.
What's his face from Salem? Maybe he wants to come.
That's right. Evan from Salem.
Evan,
you want to drive up to Wilsonville and have a good burger?
Have a Wow Burger.
Have a Wow Burger?
You want to come?
We could totally make that, because then you can barbecue for dinner.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna do it. We can do it for breakfast. I don't care.
Yeah.
So no, the best burger
seriously, Evan from Salem, DM me. Let's go to Wilsonville.
Let's go Wilsonville. Have a burger. Is that a US? Is that Austrian or Australian?
Well, this one's confusing because it's Fridge M USA, but it's $2 Australian. Never done this before. Great show, guys. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let me circle back to my favorite burger. Let me say what I want to say about my burger.
Yeah, what is your favorite burger?
My favorite burger I had up in Portland was from Burnside Brewing.
Okay.
They had a duck fat fried burger. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it was a simple burger. There wasn't much on it. They just had a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of onion on a nice bun with some garlic mayo.
Uh-huh.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it was so basic and so delicious. I don't know. I mean, I don't even think they make it anymore because I don't think they make the duck fat fried.
But anyway, when I go to Wow Burger, it's $11 for a burger.
Yeah.
It's I think the burger itself is like $7 or $8. And then I usually get the third pound instead of the quarter. So that's $1 ad. So that's $10 or $11 just for the burger. And then you add tots and a drink. You're at $13, $15. I very easily spend $30 to $35 on for two people up there.
Yeah.
So yeah. But Evan and Salem, if you're still watching, join us at Wow Burger, Wilsonville, Friday. Yeah.
John can't come.
John can't come?
No, I don't care.
That's right, because we established this last week that John has the taste buds of a 4-year-old.
They don't have like basic cheeseburgers over there.
Well, I won't say 4-year-old because my 4-year-old eats anything. I will say he has the taste buds of a 7-year-old who goes, no, I don't like that.
Yeah. Five Guys out the door. 13. No, Five Guys isn't bad.
Five Guys isn't bad.
Five Guys is pretty good.
I will say I hesitate spending $13 on myself at Five Guys.
Yeah.
They're good. They're pushing it to be like that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're good.
They're good.
But to me, I'd like to be in and out of the door at Five Guys for like $10.
Oh, it's nice. Speaking In-N-Out, did you have you had In-N-Out before?
I have not had In-N-Out.
You've never had In-N-Out before?
I've never had an In-N-Out.
I think for price point, I mean, I don't think In-N-Out's the best burger ever.
Yeah.
But for the price point that they put out, In-N-Out's really good.
Yep.
I think they're really tasty. Now, In-N-Out, for people who know, they're West Coast. It's a West Coast thing.
Yeah.
We don't have it up in Oregon.
We do.
Oh, you're right.
Medford Grand Pass.
Yes, Medford Grand Pass. We do have it. Very, very southern Oregon. We have it, but it's mostly the southern west.
Yeah.
Is where it's on.
Yeah. But I was so mad. I spent a week in San Francisco. This is probably close to a decade ago.
Yeah.
Spent a week in San Francisco, and I knew of In-N-Out Burger, and I wanted to hit one. But I was down there for a class, and my schedule never allowed me to like walk the city, and so I got one day to walk the city, and it was Saturday.
Where'd you go?
So we went down to the wharf in San Francisco.
Okay,
and there isn't an In-N-Out there. But my wife got hungry earlier on, and I was hungry, so it's like, okay, let's stop off. And so we ate at this little fish and chips place, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about the meal that I had, but we were supposed to be meeting up with her cousin and her husband a little later on in the day. But it was like 10 a.m. I had like fish and chips because we didn't have breakfast, and it's like, screw it, let's have an early lunch. And we met up at like 11:30, and they're like, "Hey, let's go have lunch." It's like, "Oh, we already ate." "Oh, I was gonna go grab In-N-Out."
Yeah.
And so I actually walked into an In-N-Out and bought a soda,
That was it?
Because I wasn't hungry.
Oh, see, that's too bad.
So I've been in an In-N-Out, but I've never had an In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
Or fries or anything else.
I mean, they're not like the pinnacle of burgers
Right.
at all, but I mean, for the price that they are, and
Yeah.
they have there's the whole secret menu thing,
Yeah.
which a lot of people talk about, but
Smash Burger, I've had Smash
I've
Burger.
never
They're pretty good.
Where's Smash Burger?
Gosh, where are they at around here?
Is there a Smash Burger around here?
I don't know if there's any here. I know I've had Smash Burger before.
No.
They're kind of like our Fuddruckers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you pick the ingredients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now I've been to like the East Coast and had like the Steak and Shake, and I've had like the Checkers,
Yeah.
which are like your garbage burger places over there. The Steak and Shake
Yeah.
wasn't too bad though. I mean, I have to say.
Yeah. Maybe it was when I went back east. Yeah, there's some in Washington.
Yeah,
I think I had them in Oklahoma.
Reverend Arrows. You got to try the animal style fries.
Yeah,
those are very good. Animal style fries.
Yeah,
That's one of the everybody knows menu items that nobody knows about.
Yeah, I went back to Oklahoma quite a few years ago, and I remember I had a Smash Burger there. I think that's where I had them. They were good. In Idaho, in the Boise Mall, we have a Good Burger.
A Good Burger.
That would be interesting.
I've had a Good Burger. There's a Good Burger in Vegas.
Yep.
I've had that before.
Okay,
Yeah. In fact, I was so drunk. I was so drunk in Vegas. We went to a Good Burger.
No, you?
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe, right?
I know.
So this is like the last stop.
It was kind of a constant state for me when I was there.
They were there. We went to a Good Burger, and I was like, give me everything on the burger.
Yeah.
I want everything on it. What you got there? See that? I want everything on it.
Let's see. Getting a lot of burger suggestions. Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake is good.
Steak and Shake's
I did
good.
have Steak and Shake.
Yep.
Steak and Shake, because like back east, I tried the Steak and Shake and I tried Checkers.
Yeah.
Steak and Shake is the superior pick. Checkers
I'll agree with that.
is the gut bomb.
Yeah.
Wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, but yeah, Steak and Shake is the real winner.
Yep. Oh, let's see. What else we got here?
How much should I put an EVGA 1060 on Craigslist? You're trying to sell it, or you want to buy it?
And Vlad had a comment earlier on that we should try Santa's Little Helper Stout.
Yes, I've had Santa's
Yeah.
Little Helper before.
I believe I have as well.
Yeah,
I think I have.
Santa's Little Helper.
I'd have to look it up on Untapped, but I believe I've had that one. But yeah, Vlad donated $2 a little while ago. I let it go by. I apologize, Vlad. I still love you, buddy. But anyway, Vlad says, how much should I put an EVGA 1066 gig on Craigslist? What's a fair price? I would start it at 200 and then accept maybe like 170. And again, it depends on your market. If your market tends to run high, then price it a little higher. Maybe price it at 225 if your market is still in the 260 range. But most 1060s have fallen to retail price, which for a 1066 gig should be $229 for a 3 gig and $269 for a 6 gig. That's the retail estimated cost for a 1060. And so if your market has fallen to the $200 price, list it at 200 and maybe accept 170. I think 170 for a 6 gig, so basically $100 off is a pretty good deal for both parties.
Santa's Little Helper I've actually had both of them. There's 2 of them from Port Brewing, and then there's from McKellar. I've actually had both of them.
Okay.
But they also have a bourbon barrel aged. I don't know which one he's talking about.
Okay.
But I haven't had the bourbon barrel ones, but I've had the normal Santa's Little Helper.
Yep.
And I liked it. It was good.
Let's see. Clouttier X23 on Twitch says back to 4 viewers. There's 7 on Twitch.
Oh, yeah?
Excuse me. Sheesh. 4 viewers. There's 7. And we have 55 on YouTube. Mm-hmm. We actually hit 73 on YouTube a little while ago.
Oh, really?
Did
I drive them away?
Yeah. That was sometime around 9:10, 9:15. So yeah.
That's about when I farted.
You started going off the rails.
Yeah.
And I started burping for some reason. Burping and yawning.
I wasn't drunk and entertaining enough, I guess.
What's funny is I said I'm going to be drinking my water throughout the show, and I never took a drink of it.
Here's the thing. Is I didn't take shots before because you were so busy cleaning up. We normally take shots before the stream, and I feel looser.
Only you and I, though.
Well, I mean, there we go. I'm
Yeah.
going to get rid of my extra card. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Drew
do
says,
that.
yeah, they're still about $20 overpriced. Well, if they're still listing for that price, offer them what you think is a fair price.
Yeah, I would. I mean,
That's how you do it.
if the market is saturated, if you go down by $20, they'll typically take it.
Right, exactly. I just sold a camera on eBay, and I got my asking price, but I listed just under what I thought was the market value. Market value was averaging $278. I asked $250. I got $250.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's like I moved the product. It's $20. Who cares? It's no haggling. It's no dealing with offers or anything like that.
Oh man, I'm in the central. Oh, this is Reverend. Pizza Port. I was actually reading about Pizza Port. The beer Pizza Port. Now it's supposed to be a beer made with margarita pizza.
Interesting.
Apparently.
So some bell pepper and salt kind of thing? Or?
No. Margarita is like basil.
Margarita style pizza.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and just. So I don't know. It was rated pretty high. Pizza Port.
Firestone Walker, obviously.
Firestone Walkers. It's all over the place.
God.
Like that. It's good stuff though.
God, that's so good. Oh. Frigim USA says Twitch is overrated.
Oh yeah, the Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime,
if you have Twitch Prime,
if you have
they're
Twitch
giving away
Prime,
games.
They're giving away games all of July. Some really good ones out there too. You've already missed some if you didn't know, but like towards the end, there's some really really good ones out there. Like Pillars of Eternity, and I think Tyranny is going to be on. There was a whole bunch of them, a whole list of them.
Reverend Darrow bought some New Belgium, the Hemper.
Hemper, yeah, I've not actually had the Hemper.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I haven't had it. Is that a pseudo suit?
Skull's rocking a pseudo suit tonight.
Skull must have like 27 of those pseudo suits because he's drinking a ton of those.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Get Up to Get Down.
Get Down. Never heard that
Mavis.
before. How is it? The Get Up to Get Down.
Yeah, Mavis. How was the Get Up to Get Down? Let's see.
There's a local brewery that I found in the grocery store while visiting family called Chaos Mountain Brewing. The beer I had was the Mad Hopper. It was absolutely delicious. Well, that's great. Can you get us some? Chaos Mountain Brewing.
Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Up and coming brewery town, I will say.
Really?
Roanoke, that's where Deschutes is opening.
Deschutes is opening something in there?
Yeah,
really?
they just paid $4 million for 49 acres or something like that.
Deschutes.
Deschutes, Bend, Oregon. Just bought land 49 acres in Roanoke, Virginia to open the East Coast
a
brewery.
brewing over there. That's interesting. Yeah.
They're going to be breaking ground 2019, doing taste comparisons in 2020, and shipping in 2021.
That'd be interesting. Are they going to grow hops out there too?
I believe they're going to grow hops. They're going to try to brew some of their staples out there, but they're also going to brew some East Coast style stuff and ship them back. So they're going to be
that'd be interesting
dual
to do
faceted now.
Price comparison, yeah,
absolutely.
Or taste comparison to see how it's going.
Yeah, Chaos Mountain, Roanoke, Virginia. Roanoke, Virginia, like I said, up and coming brewery town, central.
Yeah.
There's a lot of breweries going into Virginia right now. I believe Roanoke in particular is offering a lot of incentives for people to start building.
Well, time to move then.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Hey guys, ever play games and miss the sheer thrill you used to get playing games when you were like 10 or something these days? Depends on the game I'm playing. It
really depends.
I will say some of the games, Far Cry 5 gave me that sheer thrill.
I have not played that one.
What is it? Overload? The Descent makers? Is it Overload?
Oh, is that the new Descent one? I have not tried that one yet.
I've got it if you want to try it in VR.
Oh, I wouldn't mind trying that, yeah.
Yeah, Overload.
Yeah.
Overload, it is a new game made by the original makers of Descent, so the original 1994 Parallax Software Interplay game, which was classified as a first-person shooter, but it was more of a simulator cockpit game.
Yes, it was.
But they didn't know what to call it, so it's like, it's a shooter game. Yeah, okay. But it's a 6 Degrees of Freedom you're piloting a little ship through the mines.
It's a 365 degree little ship turret type thing.
So one full spin plus 5 degrees?
Yes. Well, 360, yeah, that's fine. Well, 5 is because you're drinking.
Oh god, I turned too far.
It's the spin from the drinking.
Come back!
It's the extra 5 degrees.
Yep.
Descent, yeah, it's basically a clone of Descent.
Yeah, but a lot of the same enemies, and a lot of the same... It's the same style of gameplay. It's fly into the mine, blow up the reactor, or get the keys, blow up the reactor, find the exit. And there are some new objectives as well. But it's also VR capable. So I've actually been playing it on the Windows Mixed Reality headset because it's super simple to just plug that in, sit down, and use it. My HTC Vive setup is upstairs, and that's what I use for my standing setup. But it's a kick in the pants, and that took me back.
Forsaken, man, that's an old one.
Forsaken,
that's an old one.
But no, Overload took me back to being 8 years old and playing Descent for the first time.
Yeah.
It was like, it's exactly what my mind's eye remembers. And but I've got the headset and I've got 2 joysticks, so I've actually got the full.
So 2 joysticks. It's more like was it the battles?
Steel Battalion?
No, not Steel Battalion.
Because I have that too.
I'm talking about the original arcade with the vector graphics.
The Tank Commander.
No, it wasn't Tank Commander. It was Battlescape or Battle. What the hell was
Battle
it?
2020, Battletech 2020.
No. What was the old tank vector game? Oh man, I'm so bad at this right now. I drink, I'll just lose all
Battlezone.
Battlezone. There we go. Battlezone. That was the old one.
That's what I thought you were talking about in the first one.
Yeah,
I said the one with the tanks, and you went, no. And it's like...
Well, no, that's it was Battlezone. Yeah. No, yeah, Tank Controls, Battlezone, yeah. No, they have an updated version of Battlezone, too, but... Is it coming out for OS2 Warp? Yeah.
Thanks, Rich.
Yeah, OS2 Warp.
Nice you could join the chat. I know Rich.
Yeah. You do?
He's a buddy of mine.
Oh, gosh.
Is it coming out for OS2 Warp? I don't believe it is, but it may be coming back out for Windows 3.11.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Battlezone. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, Overload, that took me back to being 8 years old and playing Descent for the first time.
Yeah.
It's exactly what my mind's eye remembered.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's been a while before I actually played a game that was actually... I mean, I'm kind of in a bit of a rut because I've kind of had this like goal in my own mind because like Steam has the cards that you put out, right? You play a game for so long and you get cards for it. So I made a goal for myself. It's like I want to play these games that have cards so I can get these cards and I can sell them, get them out of the way. But I don't want to be like a person who just idles these things. Mm-hmm. I want to actually play them and get a good feel for them to see if they're a good game or not. Maybe even write a review for them or not.
Right.
I don't want to be a person who just like sits on it and idles it for a while. So I started from the crappiest. I'm trying to go up to the best. Mm-hmm. I'm still stuck in the mixed review section because there's about like 200 in the mixed review section. Yeah, it's just a drudge. Yeah, trying to get through all these things. They're horrible. I mean, some of them are like, this is okay. Rhett thrives off the one mechanic games. Oh, I know, but some of these are one mechanic games. I know Rhett does.
I know they are.
And I've even thought about talking about Rhett because I wouldn't mind trying to do his like
his one mechanic
game jams. Yeah.
Which was this past weekend, and they got some really good submissions. Yeah, I don't know if you've
I have a couple ideas, but I'm more of a database and computer systems developer. But I can do games too if I wanted to.
Yeah. Really, dog?
Battlezone was my absolute shit. Yeah, I loved Battlezone. We used to have, and we still have. What's the nickel arcade out there?
Wonderland.
Wonderland, yeah, Wonderland. When I was a kid.
I went to the Wonderland in Salem.
Well, it's not the same anymore.
Junk.
No, it's not the same anymore.
Junk.
But when I was back in like the 90s.
When see, I remember I was growing up in Eugene in the 90s, and we had a Wonderland at the 5th Street Public Market, and that was the shiznit.
That was the shiznit. Yeah, you go in, $5. You spend
play all day.
All day, because it was a nickel arcade. And if you were good at a game, you could sit there for hours if you were good. And Battlezone was one of those games where I can sit there and at least play for like 15 minutes on one nickel.
Yeah, I went through Metal Slug, maybe paid
Metal
a quarter or 50 cents, and made your way all the way through it. So,
Yeah, Battlezone 2 was actually not that bad. I think they that's still available on Steam now, Battlezone 2.
Hey, would a Dell Optiplex 790 with 16 gigs DDR3, 2 terabyte, 7200, and a 120 SSD and an i5 CPU for 316 be good? No.
Yeah.
I will say that flat out.
Maybe for 200, that might be okay.
Is it an Optiplex 390?
What's the specs on that?
I believe that was a Sandy Bridge setup. Maybe an Ivy, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those before, yes. In fact, I think I have one of those, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to find specs right now. Yeah, second gen, yeah, Sandy Bridge.
Yeah, Sandy Bridge, no.
No, 319. You can get an i5 Sandy Bridge setup for about $80.
Yeah.
Check out Newegg in the refurb section. In fact, you can get direct from Newegg for about $140 in a Sandy Bridge i5. For about $180, you can get an HP Elite 8300. With an Ivy Bridge i7, the 3770 for about $180.
I think they're buffing up that price because it's got an SSD on it, and it's got
the SSD is not worth it.
No,
120 gig SSD is
that's
maybe
not
worth it. Is maybe worth $40 today.
Yeah, that's not worth that.
And 2 terabyte SSD, you can buy a brand new one for $40.
Yeah,
so no. And the 16 gigs RAM, the one I'm telling you about comes with 8. So $316 way inflated.
Yeah,
way inflated.
Let's say like maybe 180, 200, about the right price.
Yeah, maybe 200 on that system, and only because it comes with an SSD.
Yeah.
If it didn't come with the SSD, I'd say 150 tops.
Yeah.
I used to have a Nicola Cade art here. Reverend says Defender was my arcade of choice.
I loved arcade too.
Yeah.
Or the Defender. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Or Zaxxon and Defender were kind of like the same space.
Yeah.
One was isometric, one was 2D.
Yep. You can get a Xeon setup for about $150. Yep.
Can have bad sectors. No.
It can have bad cells, but it autocorrects itself.
Yeah.
And so the capacity will slowly shrink over time.
Using the standard Windows drive, the fixed thing on SSDs doesn't work. It doesn't do anything.
Frigim USA, where are you guys from? We are from Oregon.
Yeah, we're from Oregon. Willamette Valley.
Yeah. Where everyone in Oregon lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the good part, not the crappy part. No, it's a crappy part.
Well, I mean, you go down to Medford, it's kind of nice, but it's on fire right
Medford's
now.
not Willamette Valley.
Yeah, no, it's not.
And let's see, there are 2.3 million people in the Willamette Valley, and there's 4.1 million people in Oregon. So.
Yeah, so we're all in the Willamette Valley. Yeah. Oh, I love Joust too. Joust was great.
Joust was good.
That's why I made my main machine.
My old Sound Blaster 128 PCI is $47 on Amazon. Wow.
Really?
Your old 128 AWE?
Is it just because it's old? Is that why it's that expensive? I wouldn't imagine.
Possibly.
I remember my brother had one of those.
There it is.
Yeah, $47. Are you kidding me?
Yep, for a PCI sound card with your CD audio in. You see those headers?
I think I might even have one of those.
I may have one of those on the shelf somewhere, and the DB15 game port.
It's 40. Hey, dude, that's like some beer money right there.
That's
I might
right.
Sell mine.
That's right. Use this going for $15 plus 5 shipping. Although 31, that's beer money.
Oregon makes good aftermarket chainsaw parts. Funny you should ask that. I have a friend.
Steel.
Yeah, they just
Steel's in our backyard.
He's working at a chainsaw part.
Yep.
Factory now.
Yeah, actually, Oregon's big into machinery. SawStop is located in Wilsonville.
Yep, they are.
And in fact, I used to work in. I think we'll finish with the story, and then we'll probably call it a night.
Oh yeah.
I used to work in a wood mill way back in the day.
I used to work in a seed mill. But that's okay. We can exchange stories, but it's fine.
Well, I got wood, you got seeds. So.
Yeah. We could merge those stories together and make a porno.
Yeah. Here to deliver a song. We were one of the beta test sites for SawStop in a wood mill in Wilsonville, and one of our employees happened to be a dumbass and stuck his hand
finger
into a spinning saw blade, and the saw stop worked and saved his hand.
Yeah.
And I got to see the readout of the saw stop. And mind you, this was 2005.
Yeah, this is about when they first came out. Yeah.
So like I said, we were one of the beta test sites, so they would send the new products over to us, and we tell them, yeah, that guy lost his hand. Okay, we won't produce that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, he had a leather glove on, and he stuck his hand into the saw. And the way a saw stop works is it measures the electrical resistance in a saw. It sends a small current through the saw blade, and if it detects enough resistance, it will engage the saw stop, which is this giant hydraulic ram that shoves itself into the saw blade and then pulls the saw blade down.
Yeah.
And it happens very, very quickly.
Yeah, if you go look for YouTube, the saw stop, there's plenty of demonstrations up there.
Right, exactly. There's the guys running the hot dog into it and like taking the skin off the hot dog kind of thing. Those videos are cool, but what I found impressive was the black box data off the saw stop, because one of their techs came out and showed us the data. Yeah. So this guy stuck his hand in, wearing a leather glove, and what you see is this constant electrical resistance inside the blade, just on this line graph. And what you see is the blade going around, and then you see a little bit of a spike, and then a little bit of a spike, and then a huge spike, and then the saw stop engaged.
Just, yeah.
Okay. So what happened was one tooth hit his glove. Another tooth
that was enough to conduct a little.
That was enough to resist a little bit of electricity to change the electrical resistance. Yeah. Another tooth hit his glove. A third tooth hit his flesh. The saw stop engaged, shot up, and pulled the saw down before the fourth tooth hit his finger.
And that's insane how fast that is. That's insane.
That's what put it into perspective for me, and that was 2005.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you see these videos of the saw stop going, the black box data is even more insane, because you think the 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 RPM speed of a saw blade and the 92 tooth saw blades that are on those things, we saw slice, tap, and then nothing else.
Just for 4 teeth. That's like that's,
right.
That's like that much of a space within a blade.
Well, 3 teeth, and then the fourth one stopped before it hit his finger again.
That's that much space on a blade.
Right.
Not much at all.
Right. So that's what saw stop does.
That's pretty cool. If you've never seen those videos, it's really neat.
And they're not terribly expensive either. They're like $180 or something like that for the if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. Plus, you have to replace the saw blade because it really jacks up the saw blade. Yeah. But you save your hand.
Yes.
So, Sound Blaster 64 AWI going for high prices as well.
I don't know.
If you have the right old tech and Sound Blaster 16, Sound Blaster 16 is not worth a lot because they made millions of those things. But if you have some of the more rare models, and I knew the 128 was high, I didn't think it was $47 high, but I knew the 64 AWI was high.
Back in the day, it was high.
Yeah. Back in the day, that was a really expensive sound card.
Yeah, it was a very expensive sound card.
But
a lot of garage bands loved that card.
Oh yeah,
that was a huge garage band card.
But yeah, I know if you have the right vintage hardware, it sells gangbusters, and it really does sell. Yeah. So, but it tends to be the more compatible stuff that wasn't necessarily widespread.
Right.
So the higher end Sound Blaster cards that they only made 1 million instead of 16 million of. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
We're out of beer. Well, not you. You've got plenty.
Well, I'll finish. Whoa. You come into my house. That's my beer.
Yeah.
I remind you. Check out the Adlib cards. Those things sell upward of $200.
Really?
I actually sold a... it was an ISA MIDI interface card.
That's kind of interesting, the ISA interface still.
ISA MIDI interface card with... It also did, I believe...
ISA slot, yes.
It also did, I believe, 4-channel audio. So you could have 4 separate mono inputs on it. And it had a 1U rack mount. So it was meant to be in a rack mount studio situation. Had a DB25, so an old serial cable or a parallel cable that connected the whole thing. I sold that thing for probably $300 a couple years ago.
Yeah, well, there's certain sound equipment that only produces certain sound.
Correct.
And then people who are really into that vintage sound will pay
and I'm trying to remember
arm and leg for that type of thing.
I'm trying to remember who made that.
Beer sucks, drink vinegar.
You're on the wrong
sorry.
page, buddy.
No.
We don't like your kind here.
I've had vinegar before. It's not as good as beer, trust me.
Yep.
I don't know why ISIS. I don't think ISIS sound cards are better than PCI. I don't think they are, but
no, they're not.
I don't think they are. I mean,
they work on different equipment.
They do.
And depending on what you're running, as far as
and I think if they're going for like a certain retro sound, or if you're going for a certain sound type of thing, then there's, I mean, rarity equals money, right?
Compatibility and DOS.
That's true.
Because once you got to PCI. I was about to say PCIe. Once you got to PCI lane interfaces, and there was actually PCI 100 and PCI 133, there were two different PCI interface speeds.
Yeah.
You ran into some, this is for Windows only. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So ISA cards are very highly sought after because they're DOS and early Windows days only.
Very, very vintage. People are doing some vintage stuff.
Yep. So, yeah.
Beer actually does have a lot of vitamins, a lot of B12 and stuff like that.
Yep.
And beer. It's good for you.
Just found your channel from the Wish Vids. Keep up the good content. You are much easier to follow along than with some of the other tech tubers. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Trevor, for joining the fray. And I'm up and coming. I'm growing. The Wish video was certainly a nice blessing to have there, but I've got some other good vids too. Got some other good stuff out there. Do have some really good videos in the pipeline too.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm doing modding project for Modders Inc. I'm going to be doing a couple mod vlogs here on my channel. There was also PCIX. PCIX was a little bit more rare and more geared towards the workstation stuff.
It was not very widespread.
Right, more geared towards workstation and server-based stuff.
Visa Local Bus, yes, I remember that.
Yep. But I just filmed this morning a... it was 4 addressable RGB fan kit roundup based on performance, price, software. God, that video. I both love and hate that video, and if you guys don't watch it, I'm going to be really pissed off from the amount of time I spent.
No one cares about
inside of this video. So, do you attend QuakeCon? I am going to my first QuakeCon this year. Yeah. And in fact, I will be bringing that case mod to QuakeCon.
So let's hope it's good.
I hope it's good. It's a staff versus staff competition with Modders Inc. And 2 of the guys have like 20 plus years of modding experience. And I've used a Dremel and painted things before. So I've got some ideas. I'm bringing...
If he runs out of time, he's going to glue a bunch of napkins and chicken nuggets to it and hope it qualifies.
No, I'm bringing something to QuakeCon. There will be some modifications to this case. Yeah. I hope it stacks up. Yeah. I've got some good ideas for it.
If a Dell PC smokes weed, would it be a tank? I don't know.
I think we're going off the rails. I think everyone's had a little too much to drink at this point. Played Quake Champions yet? I downloaded it. I actually haven't had a chance to play it. Have you played it?
I have it.
Yeah, I own it.
If everybody knows who I am and they want to be my friend on Steam, you're more than welcome to.
Yep.
I have over 2,000 games on Steam, so I have plenty of things. Like, you have that game? Yeah, I have it. I haven't played it yet.
Marcel stopped by Austin. I'm not going to make it to Austin this year. Actually, next year I'm looking at planning a vacation the week before, and I'm looking at spending like 4 days in Austin next year before the week of QuakeCon. So I'm looking at flying back for like my wife's grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary or something like that. Spending a couple days in Kansas, flying down to Austin for for 4 days or so, and then heading up to Dallas to do QuakeCon. So making it like a 10-day trip. So yeah.
We're telling about PAX or
tell what?
PAX?
PAX is still up in the air.
Yeah, we might make it to PAX West.
Trying to make it to PAX West. So if you're interested in meeting us up in Seattle, we're trying to get some passes to PAX West. They sold out within an hour, and I didn't get a pass.
They always do.
Yeah.
So we're up to.
So I'm looking at the
media.
secondary market right now. Media passes. They've already given out all the media passes.
Oh,
as well.
really? So we're done with that. Then.
So yeah.
So maybe not this year. Maybe
Yeah.
next year.
So well,
secondary passes on Craigslist. Trust me, they're way overpriced.
Yes. No, I know that. No, I've got some feelers out for some legitimately prices.
Okay, that's
price
okay.
secondary passes.
All right, that might be.
Something in the $50 a day range instead of the $200 a day range.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at bringing like all 4 of us plus a hotel room. So I'm looking at spending like $1,000 just on the trip to get us up there. So yeah.
Oh, PAX is fun. I've been there a couple times, but man, nowadays it's just so hard to get a ticket.
Yep.
It sells out like so fast.
Yeah. So I'm hoping by this time next year I have enough of a media presence and media credentials that I'm able to just like get tickets to these events, or get press passes to these events. So like CES and QuakeCon and Computex and E3 and things like that.
Place,
So yeah, I plan on doing a lot of traveling. Maybe not next year, but certainly the year after. I am going to go to CES and Computex both this next year.
I'd like to go see. I've never gone CES. That's one that I'd like to go to.
Yeah. So yeah, Trevor, if you're heading to QuakeCon, stop by the Modders Inc. booth. I'll be there on the show floor both days. At least Friday, Saturday, probably on Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So stop by, say hi, shake my hand, that kind of thing.
I won't be there, but who cares?
Yep.
Who cares?
He won't be there, but he's not the important one.
I don't care.
My damn channel.
I mean, my idea was to glue napkins and chicken nuggets to the case, so obviously I'm not going.
You are dismissed, sir.
My KFC mod did not qualify? What?
Yeah. Dang it, now I want fried chicken because I had an early dinner. You know what I did since my wife was out of town? Yeah. I was like, I want a good burger.
Oh, you didn't go Wow Burger.
I didn't go Wow Burger, but I did drive a little bit north and got a Carl's Jr. double Western bacon.
Yeah. There's Nancy's Burger over there. They're not too bad.
They're not too bad, yeah. Nancy's Burger is kind of a local Salem and Portland area chain.
Yeah. They're kind of like Five Guys.
Really similar to Five Guys. Yeah. I forgot they were there, honestly.
Yeah. No, there's not where we're at. There's not too many great burger places.
Yeah. So
actually, you know what? I mean, this is going really super local, and no one's gonna. And
totally.
This may kind of give away, but like End Zone, not bad. They do have some pretty good burgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crowd there's a little rough though.
Yeah, you don't have to stay there too long.
Yeah,
you can pre-order and just
if you're out by 7:00 you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, don't stay any later than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
On board with the chicken nugget mod. Yes, dude, I'm gonna do chicken nugget mod.
You should totally do that and take it to QuakeCon next year. You should totally do that.
The chicken nugget mod's gonna rock, dude. I want to make I'm gonna hollow out some chicken nuggets and make an RGB chicken nugget.
How dank was that beer?
Oh, dude, it was super dank.
Super dank. All right. I said I was going to quit 20 minutes ago. We might as well quit now. We've been on for 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Oh, that is?
So, yeah.
That's fine.
All right. Carl's Jr. Lol. You know, honestly, a lot of people know him as Hardee's.
It's Carl's Jr. Hardee's.
Yeah, and everyone thinks they're subpar. Carl's Jr. is honestly better than Hardee's. I'd rank them above McDonald's and Burger King. I'd still rank Wendy's above them.
Their $6 burgers are great. They're really good.
Yeah. Even their famous star isn't a bad burger.
No, it's not bad.
I don't know why they get so much crap. Hardee's back east, like Midwest area. I've had Hardee's. No. It's a different ball game.
Different thing.
Different ball game. But yeah, Carl's Jr. is not bad.
Wants to talk to you about All right, we'll keep in touch.
Tell you what, we may even make LTX next year.
Yeah, we'll do it. Chicken
That'd
nugget.
Be fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, in the next couple of years, I want to do a lot more traveling, a lot more conventions, a lot more shaking hands. That's what I like doing. So, anyway, good show, everyone.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone else. Thank you, Vlad, for keeping us safe. So.
Oh, actually, Trevor, I'm not a big fan of Omegang. I don't like them that much.
Yeah.
Actually. I've had a lot of their like gimmicky beers, like the Game of Thrones beers, and I don't like them.
Hardee's was closed down here in Austin 30 years ago for using pet food.
That would make sense.
Anyway, that's been episode 40.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you all.
That was great.
If I keep reading the chat, I'm just going to keep
Yeah,
talking,
we're gonna
so
keep
I'm just going to cut it.
We're going to see you guys. Till next time.
Later on.